5:48, it's Elliot in the morning. Your phone number for everything. 866-2-ELLIOT. 866-235-5468. Hello, class.
Hello.
Hey, how are we today?
Good.
All right, real quick as we get going. Tyler, wasn't it you, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago? Did you say there are people who will watch Jeopardy every night? Like that's their thing?
Yeah, but I wasn't basing that on my own research. People do that.
So
just
that's
like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. I need somebody who's watching Jeopardy. I need somebody who's, I don't know if she was on last night, but Kaylee, will you see if you can find, nobody's, I don't even know why the hell I'm trying. I need somebody who watches Jeopardy regularly, and I believe it was earlier this week. It may have been last night. I don't watch that. I mean, occasionally I'll get the double Jeopardy.
It came to an end last night.
Or what happened?
What you're referencing ended last night.
Wait, was she on last night?
Yeah.
Oh, she was?
Yes.
Did you see her?
Well, I've seen the clips on the internet.
Holy Jesus Christ. What is wrong with that woman? What is wrong with her?
That's the way she speaks.
Okay, there's something wrong there. That is not normal. So you've seen it too?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the clip. Did you watch it live?
I didn't watch it live.
Do people gasp in the audience when she's on?
I mean, they're gasping on the internet. Some people, I guess, they said it's nails on a chalkboard to most, but there are some people who also find that they like it.
It is not likable.
They said it's hypnotic.
It is not hypnotic. It is not.
I'm with you.
Is she good though? Like, did she have a good run?
Wasn't she on for a couple of days?
2-day winner?
Yeah.
Oh, that was it?
It ended
Monday,
last
Tuesday.
night, yeah.
No, but she was on previously. Like,
is this Tournament of Champions or something?
Tournament of Champions. Champions. I don't know what.
Champions.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's how. Oh,
Champions League.
I guess
Where's
down
the
in
Heineken commercial.
I guess down in steerage you call it champions. up here in
Champion.
in the higher levels it's champions. The champions. No. But but she was on previously.
I thought last week was Tournament of Champions.
It was.
But she's not TOC.
So she's just regular.
She was not TOC, but they have to suspend regular play during TOC.
I thought she showed up.
I thought she was on. I thought I read something where she was on like early November.
Oh.
And then has come back. Now, I didn't realize that she had gone for. I had no idea how many days that she had been on. I just know she was on earlier in November. Why wasn't she an internet sensation then? I don't even know who the woman is. And I heard her clip, but now I can't remember how she says it.
It's Upspeak. Diane pulled a clip. Do you want to hear it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I do.
Laura.
Who is Catwoman?
You are right.
Character 1200.
Laura.
Who's Andy?
Andy is right, yes.
UV 400.
Laura.
What is Nouveau?
Correct.
UV 800. What is Duvet?
Duvet.
Like, oh,
is she doing a bit? Is that a bit? Nobody talks like that.
Yes, they do.
No.
It's Upspeak. It's we talk about vocal fry, but this is the Uptalk Upspeak thing. There's a lot of people who talk like that.
No, they don't.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Those are the people who find it hypnotic. Because it's like a mirror.
A mirror. I've never heard somebody talk like that. I would correct her every time I was around her.
What?
You can't talk like that. Like that's not a normal speech pattern. Nobody talks like that. That's ridiculous. Wait, where am I going, Kaylee? Line 3? Hi, Elliot in the morning. And why doesn't anybody tell me that this woman is on Jeopardy?
Laura.
I have to see her. Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Heather.
Hey, Heather, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you a regular Jeopardy watcher?
I am.
Do you segue that into Wheel?
Yeah, she was so annoying.
I am so mad that nobody alerted me to her. How does nobody think, oh, goddamn, I better call Elliot and tell him he's got to watch this freak of nature speak on TV?
I don't know. It was painful to watch. Like, my husband had to go into the other room. He's like, I can't watch until she's gone. So we had a little party yesterday when she lost.
So how bad did she lose?
Not by a terrible amount, but she got the Final Jeopardy wrong, and the other girl got it right. So.
Oh, good. Does she write her answer in a bizarre fashion?
No, but the weird thing was, like, when they did the little interview between the first half and the second half of the first round.
I'm familiar.
She didn't talk that way.
See, she's doing a
she
bit.
talks like a normal human being. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask you this? Is Jeopardy because remember Jeopardy had like the guy who was crazy all over the board.
Yeah.
And then they
I
had
hated him too.
Arthur Chu, right?
Arthur Chu, exactly.
And then the most recent guy that everybody had like
hated.
the scary eyes.
Right, exactly. He had like the weird eyes. That was the dude from DC,
Like,
right?
Yeah, paralegal.
Right, and now you have
Yeah.
this woman. Is that like Jeopardy's bit is like, hey, listen, we'll put you on the show, but you have to do something bizarre.
No, I don't think so. But I was really excited when the other guy didn't win the Tournament of Champions because that was the last thing he needed for his little ego.
That son of a bitch.
I know. Yeah.
All right, well, listen, will you do me a favor since you regular, if you get another freak on there, you have to tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually I'm a little behind. I DVR it and I watch it, a day or two behind, but I've been off the past couple of days, so I was able to catch up.
I'm sorry, you DVR Jeopardy?
Yeah.
She's not the only one.
The only person I know. Now, I have two firsts today. One person that DVRs Jeopardy, and another where apparently this is a normal speech pattern where you talk like that.
Yeah. But Saturdays are repeats, so I keep those for like rainy days and I'll just binge watch it. I don't know.
I didn't know that it was on the weekend. I didn't know they had a weekend airing of the
This
show.
Saturday, and it's last season's stuff, but it's weird because you remember the people, but you don't remember the question, so it's still kind of fun.
Oh, you know what? Good for you. Good for you. By the way, that's not how can you say that's a normal speech pattern? We've taken millions of phone calls. I've never talked to a person who speaks like that.
That's a different accent.
But I mean,
That mutes it.
How would we have never run into somebody? That's not.
Well, we've talked about upspeak before.
Yeah, but it's a bit.
No, it's not a bit. It's a sad vocal trend.
Where is that based out of? What part of the country is that?
I don't think it's regional.
It has to be.
No.
Yeah, it's like pap or
It's very, it's, I don't even know how to say it.
annoying.
Yes. Very affected, but like some people said, like the Kardashians had a a whole
Not
upspeak
like that,
thing.
Diane,
No,
not like
hers
that.
is much more pronounced.
Yes, I couldn't. By the
Like
way,
literally Bible.
that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me. This woman bothers
I
me.
agree. She's worse.
There she is.
Character 1200.
Laura.
Who's Andy?
Andy is right.
Andy.
Yes.
UV 400.
Laura.
What is nouveau?
Correct.
UV 800. What is duvet?
Duvet.
I can't even understand what she's saying. She's like speaking a foreign language. I have no idea what she's saying. What is Club Nouveau? Great song, though. Lean on Me. Great song. I also like the club remix that they did of that. Where is that from?
I mean, she was from, I think, she went to Vanderbilt and Yale.
Vanderbilt is Nashville. Yale is
She's from
Connecticut.
Georgia, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, was that Georgia? No, Georgia is like
There's nothing
is like maple
southern
sweet.
about that.
Yeah,
I
no.
wasn't-
By the way, you couldn't date her.
No.
That's a deal breaker.
You wouldn't even have
I mean, forget. I'm not even
first
talking.
date.
No, I'm not even
Unless
talking.
it's all online, so you didn't have to talk to her.
Yeah, no, but through Match. I'm not even talking
Hi,
like
I'm Laura.
No, I'm sorry. Gotta go. Check, please.
Wrong person.
See, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Because you're almost like trying to be very like California with it. Like, oh, it's sexy.
That was not.
Your voice is completely off. Like,
What is duvet?
can I hear it one more time? You see what I'm saying? Diane's not.
It's almost like Diane's defending her.
A little much
no,
so.
it's annoying.
You know what? I've never talked to Linda, but does Diane's sister talk like this? All right, here we go.
You
Here we
ready?
go. Yeah.
Laura.
Who is Catwoman?
You are right.
Character 1200.
Laura.
Who's Andy?
Andy is right. Yes.
UV 400.
Laura.
What is nouveau?
Correct.
UV 800. What is duvet?
Duvet.
Make love to
Yes.
me. Anal. I could never deal with that. I could never. Is she married? No, I can answer that. She's not married. Nobody would marry her.
What about the 4 or 5 people who
Find
found
it very hypnotic.
hypnotic?
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, it's impossible. That is impossible. Like even the best looking. She never had a teacher that was like, Laura, you gotta stop.
I mean, unless it doesn't, she's intelligent. It doesn't require that you go.
You don't know that.
To like I mean, she went to Yale.
A lot of people went to Yale.
Dumb people get into Yale
Some people do
for
yeah.
graduate work.
Yeah, some do.
Really?
Some do. Yeah. No, I could find somebody.
Hey, she just book smart. No, but I mean, unless she took like a voice and diction class,
Right.
That
Like I did for Champions.
to specifically work on that.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure her professors were like, God, I hate that chick's voice.
Exactly. How do you make it through Vanderbilt and Yale?
She
speaking
probably-
like that? She had to give a speech at some point in her life.
I don't know. Maybe if she had to like defend her dissertation or whatever, if she even went that way.
Well, but the regular watcher, the binge watcher, said that she that during the interview part she talks normal.
In the clip that Diane pulled, at any point did she say 100? Because I guess that's where people get the most upset.
Wait, I don't. Well, play it one more time.
Laura.
Who is Catwoman?
You were right.
Character 1200.
Oh, 100.
Andy.
Andy is right. Yes.
UV 400.
Laura.
What is Nouveau?
Correct.
UV 800. What is Duvet?
Duvet. Yes.
Okay, she did. I wanted to check.
Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 8. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Is this me?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Elliot. Oh, my God. It's been so long to talk to you.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. I listen to you every day. I think you're great. I love your show. I love you, Diane.
Thank you.
Tyler.
That's
I
very
love everybody.
Okay, that's very kind.
Okay. Now, I have a relative that actually talks like her.
Okay, you're not doing the accent right though. Like you're just talking like you're like you got a tampon in your nose.
It's the inflection.
But that's the way she talks. and I had to go. She's my father-in-law's wife.
Right.
And I had to go through a whole funeral with her talking like this in my ear. So it is, she comes from Mars, so that must be where that accent comes from.
Okay, but
she's totally nuts.
But your father-in-law's wife, based on your impression of her, is not like the woman on Jeopardy, though. Like your woman is just talking like this, as opposed to Laura, where it's 100. Like she's like
she does the 100.
Oh.
Every time she ends a sentence, the voice goes up like that.
I don't know that I could be friends with that.
I'm sorry?
I don't know that I could be friends. I don't know how your father-in-law married her.
We talk about that all the time. It's like, how did he marry her? How did he even try to have a conversation with her? She's nuts. But as far as the lady on Jeopardy, she was on that Friday before the Tournament of Champions started.
Okay, so she was on previously, like earlier in November.
Yes, she won that time, and then she won the Friday before the Champions, and then she won Monday and Tuesday. So now, thank God, she's gone. And Elliot, I have to tell you, every time you talk about your mom, it is my mom.
Oh, Ixnay, opening today.
Somehow we're related.
Ixnay. Sounds like we could be. I'd love to be related to you. All right, listen, have yourself a great Thanksgiving, all right, ma'am?
Yes, you have yourself a great Thanksgiving, too. Love you guys.
We'll talk to you later. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Tyler.
Adam writes, she is married. She swam with sharks with him in Hawaii.
I was cheering for the shark. I was begging for the shark. So that's got a husband.
Yeah, a lot of people, when you search if she's married, wonder if he's deaf, which is not nice. But that's Twitter.
But you said you couldn't date her? You couldn't be married to her?
No.
That's a deal breaker.
It wouldn't get to the point where you have to break a deal. It'd be one date.
Would you excuse yourself from the table in the first date?
No, I'm not a complete jerk.
I would. I wouldn't be able to. You know what? Let's just shorten this and have a drink.
You do your trick about, hey, let's walk around the block, and if we meet back here.
And if we come back, then we're good for dinner.
I'd convince myself that she hates me, and that's why she's affecting her voice. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like meowing.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. But you know what? If I knew, and this is where I'm mad at people, how did nobody tell me she was on? Because I would have watched her every night.
Maybe we don't have a ton of Jeopardy viewers.
Every line is full of people who DVR Jeopardy and watch it every single night.
But you got screwed by the tournament. So she wins on a Friday.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry,
I understand that.
Friday. She comes back, wins on a Monday, and then loses.
Okay, nobody could tell me.
It's a holiday week.
Nobody could tell me on Monday, you've got to watch this woman tomorrow.
But people,
that's rude. I don't care.
Okay, so you wanted
give me a heads up.
The notice going into last
night. Yeah.
But then you would have been disappointed to see her lose. You would have felt like you
but I would have
jinxed
seen
her.
it live. I wouldn't have to rely on a clip. I would have been able to be like, oh my God, I sat and watched that. Somebody should have called. I'm mad at people. Somebody should, and I don't want to be. It's Thanksgiving, but somebody should have called and said, hey, you got to check out Jeopardy tonight. That's everybody's job. Everybody's job. That's why we have the open text thread. Somebody should have sent that and just said, hey, you have to watch this crazy woman on Jeopardy, and we would have all been good. Anyway, listen, let me do this. We got a ton of stuff that we got to get through today. So let me do this. Give me one quick break. We'll come back. We'll lay everything out for you. Get into some news, please.
Russia's saying that they're going to deploy anti-aircraft missiles to Syria in the wake of what President Vladimir Putin said yesterday, warning of serious consequences after Turkey shot down a Russian warplane near the Syrian border. World War III started to trend not long after that happened yesterday morning.
Man, it feels like it. It feels like there is so much going on around the world with everybody's pissed at everybody. It feels like that scab could be close. Can I ask a question though about the Russian jet that was, or warplane that was shot down? Mm-hmm. There were stories that came out kind of late yesterday afternoon. It seemed like there were a bunch of questions about it. The two pilots that ejected from the Russian plane. We know that they ejected, and we know that they were under parachutes when they were landing. I saw one story that said that the troops on the ground shot the parachuters, the pilots,
as they were coming down.
Were coming down.
Yeah.
But then I saw another story that said one of the Russian pilots landed and then was taken into custody as like a hostage. Then I saw another one that said that he was rescued and he's fine. Is there a real answer as to what happened to these two guys?
I don't know. I've heard the same thing where they said, one obviously was shot as he was coming down. The other one.
So that guy is dead. One is definitely dead.
Yes.
And that was from being shot while he was coming down in the parachute.
And then BBC just filed a story not long ago saying the other pilot alive and well at a Russian air base in Syria.
Rescued.
Alive and well.
I don't know. Okay.
Alive and well. That could still
be anything.
Prisoner of war.
Right. Okay, but one of them is alive. That's what we believe, and one of them was shot dead while parachuting down.
Right.
And Turkey and Syria says, "Hey, listen, you want to fly another plane? We're going to take it right down." And they had been warned several times, get the F out of here.
They said 10 warnings in 5 minutes.
Right. And the Russians said, Sukma, and then flew into the airspace, and then Turkey was like, all right, and then I don't know how many times we got to tell you, but here you go.
I thought Putin said no, they were in airspace for maybe a minute.
Right. And which you're still in airspace.
I know.
You still know you're not supposed to be in airspace, or there's consequences that could come.
All of the warnings that Syria said that they had filed.
Okay.
So, again, we'll keep an eye on that.
So that'll
today.
Stay tense during the day. Happy Thanksgiving.
Right. Peter Gold, the Tulane University medical student who was shot while being a good Samaritan trying to stop an armed robbery last week in New Orleans, has been upgraded now to stable condition, according to a statement from his family. He had been listed as guarded after last Friday's shooting. The man suspected of shooting him, 21-year-old Uric Kane, is being held without bond on a variety of charges, including attempted first-degree murder. Also, his girlfriend is being held as well.
Correct.
Baltimore jury yesterday ordering that jurors would remain anonymous as they continue to go forth in the Freddie Gray trial. The first one to go on trial will be 26-year-old Officer William Porter. He is scheduled to start on Monday. The judge, Barry Williams, denying a motion by the defense to sequester the jurors, but did agree to have them stay anonymous as they go through 75 to 80 potential jurors that will be called starting Monday.
Yeah, I was going to say, that trial starts next week. Is anybody following? I'm not following. I just saw a little story about it, but there's a story taking place out of New York. It's a government official who was using funds for himself and kind of embezzling and stuff. Anyway, it was a whole long, drawn-out case, and, I mean, it was kind of boring. In any case, I think his name is Sheldon Silver. Anyway, the jury went to deliberations, and and by the way, they may have been like 30, 40 minutes into deliberations. The judge got a note from one of the jurors saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't.
I'm bailing.
I can't. Yeah, you got to let me out of this.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's bossing me around because I don't agree with, these people. So send a note saying, just please dismiss me from deliberations. This is ridiculous. And then another juror sent a note to the judge that said, hey, there's all kinds of problems in here. So they're all fighting, but the judge is like, well, I can't just let you leave. So he did talk to the jury and said, hey, listen, you're supposed to have a good, healthy debate, and you're supposed to have a good, healthy discussion, but not to the point where people are like getting really, really pissed at each other, where, and he's not saying that somebody sent a note saying that, they want off the out of deliberations and off the jury, but they were saying it's so rare that somebody does that.
Yeah.
Could you even imagine?
No, because you would think like, God,
Well, first of all, none of us have ever been on a jury of a massive case like that.
No, or for any length of time beyond a couple of hours.
Right.
But, I mean, you got to think there are tons of people who think that way, but they're like, I'm not allowed to do this.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
And the judge or the report even came out and said it's so rare that somebody will do it, but then they don't know what to do with it. Other than just keep telling them, you got to keep trying.
Suck it up.
You got to keep trying. Gut it up, man. It's like, I got to get out of here. This place sucks. You got to dismiss me.
It's been a while since we talked about a flash mob robbery, but they had one yesterday in Georgetown. They said anywhere from...
Wait, like a smash and grab?
Well...
where everybody shows up at the store.
Yeah.
Right, you get like 300 people in there.
Well, this was much smaller, about 20 to 30 people rushing into the Diesel store right there in the 3000 block of M Street yesterday evening. They're not sure how much they got away with.
Oh, I've never owned anything from Diesel. I did try on a pair of Diesel jeans once, and that just wasn't
How'd those
me.
look?
That wasn't me.
No?
Wasn't me. No, it's a little too...
What color?
Little blue.
Okay.
Blue.
I didn't know if you went...
No, it's Levi's strictly black. No, my black jeans, I should say that.
Yeah.
My black jeans are all Levi's.
Yeah.
Of course.
Orange tag. Mm-hmm. There is a new huffing trend that's been going around. You can see the videos on YouTube where young people are using air horns to get high now.
Wait a minute, you can get high huffing an air horn?
Apparently, if you blast yourself in the face.
Wait, do you take is it an air horn like I'm thinking of that's got like it almost looks like the duck bill?
Yeah.
You put that in your mouth and hit it?
Right, or in your mouth or right in front of your face. I think it's more right in front of your face.
So if you huff an air horn, you can get high? Mm-hmm. I know what I'm doing on Friday.
I mean, obviously, they are...
I have no friends that ever did that.
They're-
I feel like I had friends that tried everything to get high.
They're cautioning people against that. Chronic inhalant use can cause serious liver and kidney damage, permanent brain damage, hearing loss, obviously with the air horn. Coordination problems are possible causes.
Oh, what an annoying
effects
buzz.
as well.
Oh, Jesus.
John Stamos pled no contest to DUI in Los Angeles yesterday. So his attorney, entering that plea on his behalf, sentenced to 3 years probation and a fine of $390. He has to take a DMV class and attend AA meetings.
Tell
as well.
me you guys loved all the headlines for the story, though?
Didn't see one.
No big house for Full House star. That was good. That was good.
Lots of football coming up tomorrow, starting at 12:30 with the Eagles in Detroit. Then the Carolina Panthers visit the Cowboys at 4:30. 8:30, you have the Bears.
Wait, what's the early game? It's Detroit?
Eagles.
Eagles, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
That starts at 12:30. And then the late game is the Bears and the Packers at 8:30. However, if football is not your thing, there are a bunch of different marathons and other television events that are going to be going on. What? Godfather Marathon. People might be into that.
Oh, you know what? That's not bad.
That starts tomorrow.
Especially if you have young ones.
Yes.
That's pretty good. No, they're both great movies. Well, I'm sure they're showing all three.
Trilogy, yes.
Right.
Starting
1 and 2 were fantastic.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on AMC, Star Trek The Next Generation Marathon on BBC America.
Wait, is that the one that I hate? Which is the
TNG?
Star Trek that I hate?
I don't know. Never seen an episode.
No, the one with the...
I know which person you hate.
Yeah, no, I have to make sure nobody watches that.
So that's on BBC
Or is
America.
that Deep Space Nine?
What?
I don't know. Which one was she in?
I think Next Generation.
You know what? I'm sending a text message today. I've had it up to here.
Oh, I thought that was yesterday.
I didn't get around to it. I was very busy.
James Bond Marathon also starts tomorrow morning at 6:30 and will continue through a portion of Friday on the Sci-Fi Channel. And for music fans, it's the Tom Petty Thanksgiving Takeover.
Oh, you know what? That's pretty good.
All day on Palladia.
I bet that's pretty good.
You hate Voyager.
Voyager. Oh. Okay, thank you. Voyager. Never watch Voyager. Never watch Voyager.
Okay.
No, they're in the red. Never watch Voyager.
St. Louis Rams wide receiver Stedman Bailey in critical but stable condition in a hospital in Florida after he was shot in the head twice.
Dude, he got shot in the head.
Sitting in the passenger seat of the car, the driver was also shot several times, trying to shield several kids who were in the car. They said
Driver's in worse condition than Bailey is.
Yeah. So Bailey was a third-round pick for the Rams out of WVU back in 2013, suspended several times for violating the league's substance abuse policy and for using performance-enhancing drugs.
I mean, he's on suspension now. But yeah, so I guess they were somewhere down in Miami, just sitting at a stoplight, and next thing you know, gunshots just start ringing out. And so when I heard that he got shot in the head, and then they were like,
twice?
Well, yeah, man, you know what? But the team has talked to him. I was like, how is he talking on the phone? That dude got shot in the head twice.
Browns announcing yesterday that Johnny Manziel will not be their starting quarterback moving forward. He is being replaced by Josh McCown. Less than 2 weeks after being named the starter, he has now been demoted to third string after he was out drinking in Texas during the bye
there's
week.
pictures of him all over the place down in Texas. And there's some people that are like, hey, listen, he's on his bye week. Who cares? He's an adult. He can do what he wants. But then the team was like, listen, the guy just went through rehab. You know, he's trying to get his life together. He's, made a commitment to us that he's going to keep himself clean and everything. So now they'll demote him down to third string. He could be done in Cleveland, where they'll just have to try to move him. Who knows what the hell they're going to do with him.
Broncos also announced that Peyton Manning will not only miss this weekend's game, he will be out the following weekend as well. He went and talked to Dr. Robert Anderson, who said that he'll have to wear a cast for a week and then start up with his next round of treatments for his various ailments. So the Broncos will bring in former Vikings quarterback Christian Ponder for a workout to see who's going to be a backup person for Brock Osweiler. Fox Sports saying that Marshawn Lynch from the Seahawks will have surgery this morning for an ab injury, and he'll be out for the next 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, sports hernia, so he'll be out for a while.
Caps and the Jets tonight from the Verizon Center. Also news on a former Capital, Dinas Zubris, agreeing to a one-year deal with the San Jose Sharks. Golden State Warriors are now 16-0 after they beat the LA Lakers 111 to 77 last night. With that, the Warriors setting the new NBA record for the best start to a season in NBA history. Here is Steph Curry.
Pretty cool accomplishment to start the season 16-0 and do something that's never done in NBA history. So we got to keep it going. I mean, a lot of season left, but we're on the right track.
That's awesome.
Their last home loss was in January.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Good for them.
Pretty amazing. Also, the Wizards fell to the Pacers 123-106 last night. Back in action tonight in Charlotte against the Hornets. That's a look at news and sports.
No, I mean, there were definitely more cars than
but
normal.
Not like yesterday.
But yesterday was the worst day of the two.
But today was it was heavier than normal, but not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took Kaylee twice as long to get back to Baltimore.
Wait, yeah, yesterday? Oh, yesterday was an S show, yesterday afternoon. I also feel like there were wrecks everywhere yesterday.
Yeah.
So, dude, are you guys doing the big throwdown in North Carolina?
Yeah, it was just my mom's family. We all get together every second Thanksgiving and go down there.
Good for you. When are you leaving to head to North Carolina, though?
Well, my dad and my sister and her boyfriend just left. We'll probably go down tomorrow morning. I got to work.
Oh, okay.
Today.
I was going to say, dude, if you haven't left yet to hit North Carolina, you are going to sit in it like crazy.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
Now, let me ask you this: will you guys have like the big spread, the big layout?
Yeah, I mean, we just all get one big house and.
That's awesome. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the best for me.
Just start cooking
Love it.
that?
Say again? No, I'll leave. I'll have my ritual. I will leave here, and then I'll go to one of Menino's restaurants and spend all day there just getting stuff ready. Well, really just watching him and talking to him. Mm-hmm. And then with everybody else in the restaurant, I'll go out back and smoke. And then come back in. I'll get yelled at to wash my hands. And then I'll just talk to Steve while he does everything else. But you know what? I was reading this whole survey. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Tommy. Your favorite thing on the table is?
Turkey.
Yes, of course. Can you break that down a little bit for me?
Fried turkey is the best thing ever.
Yes, but can we go white or dark?
I like a nice mix of both.
All right, you're not really helping me at all. By the way, highest ranked, they did a whole survey of people for Thanksgiving. Highest ranking spot on the list of favorite things for Thanksgiving. And they did break turkey down a little bit. Turkey thigh comes in at number 5. That's your highest rank of what's on the table. And that seems really low.
I mean, highest rank from the turkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turkey should
Not
be
overall.
number. No,
Yeah, but you
turkey
made it seem
should be-
like overall.
No, but turkey should be number one. That's your center pick. Wait, no,
So
why?
what's number one?
Turkey's not number one.
Oh, by far. That's your
What's the
centerpiece.
joke? It tastes like wet cardboard.
No, then you're making it wrong.
No.
You're making it-
I'm just saying I prefer some of the sides over the turkey.
Like what?
I love stuffing.
Now, wait, hold. Pause, please. Made inside the bird or outside the bird?
I do both.
I need a preference.
Inside.
I guess you have to go inside then.
Then that is stuffing. Stuffing made outside, they prefer to call dressing.
Is that true?
According to this list, stuffing from inside the turkey, that is number 2 on the list of favorite things for Thanksgiving. That's maybe a 3. Maybe I'll top 5 it. Because I know how the turkey is broken down. So I've seen the list, so I already know that.
Right.
But turkey should be number 1. Like what? By the way, stuffing not the best side. Traditional anyway.
Well, I mean, traditional is different for a lot of families.
No. Traditional Thanksgiving feast. Come on.
Green bean casserole.
Thank you, Diane. That's number 3. Should be number 2. There's no. And
dude.
Oh, green bean casserole is a home run.
It's tasty, but it's not better than stuffing.
Oh, by far better than stuffing. Well, do you put the onions on top of it?
Yeah. Well, I don't make
sorry,
it.
have
but
to.
but I've
Funyuns.
had it before.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That should be number 2. Green bean casserole, that's a home run. Oyster casserole did not make the. Why are you making a face, Diane? They're cooked.
Yes.
They're cooked. Oyster casserole is fantastic. All right, so that's 3. Nobody's nailed number 1 for me yet.
Mashed potatoes?
The love mashed potatoes, that's number 4. By the way, every one of those, and you haven't guessed number 1 yet.
Sweet potatoes.
Say again?
Sweet potatoes with marshmallow.
Love the marshmallows
school.
on top. Love the marshmallows on top. No, marshmallow sweet potato is, hold tight. Wait, where is it? Oh, candy yam, sweet potatoes, that's number 6. Oh, we're nailing them now. Now we're just nailing them.
Is number 1 a traditional?
Yes, it's
element?
it will be on every table tomorrow.
That's a bold claim.
Oh, I guarantee to you.
Cranberry mix.
Say, oh, disgusting.
I love cranberries.
Oh, I don't. Wait, you went cranberry mix. What's
That sounds fancy.
What's cranberry mix?
Well, it might have some apples in it, sliced up pretty small.
The that's number 22 on the list.
That does not come out of a can.
No. The one out of the can comes in at number 14. It's easier. Now, I will say this. Steve gets mad at me because he makes his own cranberry everything, and I won't eat it. I hate cranberry sauce. I hate it. It gives me the whole dry, dry face. Hate it. But yeah, that's number 14.
It's not Thanksgiving until Elliot makes that noise.
Pucker.
But the normal with the apple in it, yeah, that's number 22.
So you said on...
Number 1 will be on...
You said on every single one.
Every single
So like a
table.
roll.
I guess most tables would have a roll. But, I mean, you're just talking about bread at that point. That's number 17. That's what's so great about a
How
roll.
many goddamn things are on this list?
By the way, and I'm going to take issue because I feel like I know they left 2 things out that should be on every table tomorrow. They may have left 3. No, only 2. Wait, what, Kaylee? Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you.
That's number 1?
By the way, it'll be on every table tomorrow, and that's your number 1.
No, but that's
Why
an
are you
addition
arguing
to
with
the
me?
potatoes or the stuffing or the turkey.
And the stuffing is an addition to the turkey.
By the way, that doesn't speak well for the potatoes and the stuffing. And I mean, those things
Now,
are relying on gravy, clearly.
No, I'll agree with you. The great mashed potatoes don't need anything on them. They should have enough salt and butter in it that you don't need anything on there.
But then again, they did rank gravy number 1.
Gravy
so
is number 1.
I guess it's fitting that everything else fell behind it.
But gravy, you can't. Well, most don't eat by itself.
Oh, sure you can. Sure you can. Why? I don't understand why. It's soup. Why can't you eat it by itself? You won't take a little spoonful of the gravy?
Okay, maybe you take a taste, but I'm not talking about your
Over a couple hours of cooking? You're having a bowl of gravy. What,
If
Kaylee?
it's really good gravy, you should be able to drink it.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's a soup. What's the difference between that and the...
super thick.
What?
Elliot, do you want some of the roasted butternut squash soup?
Oh, F me, I'm eating the gravy.
I got gravy.
I'm having gravy soup. Oh, that's a good one, though. Butternut squash soup. That's not on my list.
See, when you said something that is on everyone's table, that's
Gravy.
why,
Gravy is on everybody's table.
That is, but a lot of people do like we don't, but a lot of people do mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. That's not I don't need that for tomorrow. No, that's not on there.
That's too much starch.
No, it's not. No, there's nothing wrong with
Well,
that.
you said, well, I don't need that.
I'm going to put that in the category of what should be on everybody's table tomorrow and isn't on my list. Not mac and cheese, but there should be a pasta dish that goes with everything. Kaylee, why are you making a face? Oh, it needs Old Bay. Yeah. Why are you making a face? Oh, you should definitely have pasta.
What's your last name?
Yeah, thank you, Smirelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell Menino that you don't need... But anyway, Pat's been up for 5 days making sauce. Tell her you don't need pasta. Yeah, no, you should always have a pasta dish with Thanksgiving. Always.
I'll tell my mom that she messed up my childhood.
Well, the other one that's not on there is ridiculous.
What?
Fish. How do you not have fish?
No.
Oh, you got to have a fish dish.
No, what?
What do you mean, like what? I don't care. Make whatever you want. Like, it'd be nice to have a nice trout. Oh, what's our favorite kind of trout, Tyler? What's our favorite kind of trout?
No.
Yes.
I'm
Trouser.
Yeah, I know what the answer is, but I'm not answering.
Yeah, no. You should always have a nice little fish dish.
I've never been to Thanksgiving, no matter
because you
where.
go lame. You go lame.
I've never seen fish on a table.
Oh, absolutely. You don't see. That's the problem. You don't do Thanksgiving right.
We
Like
have the basics. That's all you need.
No. It's Thanksgiving's the best holiday of the year.
Oh, I love
really
it.
Is. What's better than Thanksgiving?
We love Memorial Day.
Okay, that's the best weekend of the year. That is the best weekend of the year.
I do love Thanksgiving. I'll give you that.
Thanksgiving, I love Thanksgiving. Like, I can't have enough people around for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's great. I won't travel anywhere, but Thanksgiving is awesome.
How many people are you guys having?
I don't know. Last I heard, we're in the 20s.
Ooh.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, that's why you need all the pasta and fish. Hey, pass the fish dish. You hear that all the time. People can't get enough of that. Hey, can I ask you one other thing while I got you on the phone?
Sure.
How many other days during the year do you eat turkey? Not like turkey meat, like from a deli, but like how many other days do you make a turkey during the year?
Maybe 5 or 6.
You make that many? What?
Yeah.
Oh, for most people, that answer is 0.
A full turkey? Because you can buy just the breast and cook like the big breast. Amen.
Yeah, my mom will grab one from Costco.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like make a turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
5 times a year?
That's a lot, dude. Most people, this will be the only time they do it. Like we don't
Christmas, Easter. Easter you've got ham too, but.
Oh, you should have ham tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll probably have ham tomorrow.
Yeah. That your 4 staples are for tomorrow, and they better be on every table, or else you're just cheating yourself. Turkey, ham, pasta, fish. That should all be out tomorrow.
I think we'll hit 3 of those.
Oh, no, you can play the weight all you want. We always have the competition at the house of who puts on the most weight. And I swear to God, I don't know if he's up yet and listening, but listen to me, Paul Williams. You listen to me. Go upstairs to Tish. Don't Tish right by the living room. That's where everybody's hanging out watching football, but Paul doesn't care. Paul just slips in there like nobody knows, and then he slips back out into conversation like nobody's paying attention.
Anybody have any matches?
But everybody knows because all of a sudden the haboob,
the Paul
Wall comes into the living room, and we all know what you did. You cheated the contest. Oh, I didn't put any weight on. Really? Let me ask the pipes, because I bet you did. And I don't even have to ask the pipes. I can ask my nose, because I know that you went. And God forbid you used the poopery. But
Wait a minute. Did we hit number 1? Was it gravy?
Yeah, Kaylee nailed it with gravy. Yeah, gravy's number 1. Absolutely.
Where's pie on that list?
Number 7.
Number 7?
Which one, though?
Well, it depends. What's
your 5th thing that should be at every table? How you doing?
What's our favorite kind of pie?
How you doing?
No, you should always have. Okay, now I got to break it down for you. There should always be a pumpkin pie Make your own whipped cream. I say that like I do anything. I'm still going outside with the dishwasher smoking while Steve is making whipped cream. Oh, you should always have a pumpkin pie. You should always have a carrot cake. And then there should always be some kind of...
Carrot cake is not Thanksgiving to me.
Well, I mean, we've already determined your Thanksgiving is miserable because you're doing mac and cheese. No. But then there always needs to be some kind of chocolate pie or cake. And then... frozen hot chocolate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh no, Steve goes nuts. Frozen hot, and I talked to him.
Frozen hot chocolate. You put booze
What's
in there?
frozen hot chocolate?
I don't want to say that it's just hot chocolate with ice in it. Like he does some whole crazy.
So you
thing.
could say it's from Serendipity.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, it's I don't know. All I know is that every year he almost breaks a blender.
With the ice cube.
No, from getting pissed and throwing it.
Oh.
Because apparently I don't buy like a restaurant grade blender. And then cannolis. Yeah, got to have cannolis. There's 5. I think we have 14 desserts for tomorrow, but there are going to be 23 people, so that's a lot.
No, pumpkin.
And keep in mind, Paul goes back.
What's a lot? 14 is a lot for 23 people.
23 people. Yeah.
You have,
but no, 24.
We'll just have a taste.
No, 24 if you count Paul, because remember he's going to go unload in the right by the living room.
14 that's insane.
That's a lot of desserts.
That does.
Yeah, and I don't really even like dessert, but I will try most of them. Sure.
Pumpkin.
We did add something to the menu that we've never had for Thanksgiving for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing 3 different kinds of wings. Well, for an appetizer, you have that when you have the rye dip.
Yeah,
you got to have that also. That's not necessarily on the list. Hey, Tommy, hold tight 1 second. Hey, have fun down in North Carolina, dude.
All right, thank you, man.
You got it, bro. We'll talk to you later. By the way, nobody nailed. See, these are 2. Well, there's 3 different kind of corns.
Cream.
Yeah.
There's cream, right, which we won't have, and then there's.
How about just kernels?
That's loose. Exactly.
Cob?
Really? I've never had corn on the cob for Thanksgiving. That sounds pretty good, though. That sounds really, really good.
Completely dissed pecan pies. That's Thanksgiving.
I will not eat a pecan pie.
An apple?
Oh, wait.
No, not apple pie. Apple cobbler.
Oh.
Yeah, that we're having. That's one of the 14.
A lot of people do key lime.
I'm sure. No, key lime, you can't do that for Thanksgiving.
Sure.
No, key lime is Christmas and then summer.
I agree, summer. I don't think key lime Christmas.
I mean, listen.
Whatever pie you got left over from Thanksgiving.
What's our favorite kind of pie? Did we answer that yet? Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 2. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Billy from Annapolis.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much. Green bean casserole is the nastiest.
Why? What's wrong with green bean casserole? Green bean casserole is a home run.
I can't describe. I like green beans, but not mixed with all that S in it.
You shouldn't put S in it. You should put like the good
mushroom
stuff.
soup.
You need no, Diane. Diane's going to get like the Campbell's mushroom soup, and you pour it in there. Come on, work a little.
Yeah, even like cream of anything, cream corn, cream of crab, any of that cream stuff is nasty.
No, not true. Green bean casserole is great. Also,
oh my gosh.
No, that's good. That's good. And then, and by the way, don't be afraid to put the corn. Oh, and that's the other thing. Don't start separating everything on a plate. It all
mix
gets
it all together,
piled on top. Mm-mm. It's all going to the same place. Ask Paul. It's all going to the same place.
We make oyster stuffing too.
Oh, oyster stuffing's really good. Diane's making a face. Sometimes it'll take over the kitchen a little bit.
Oh,
I'm going to Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
That's not a real thing.
Wait, say again, sir?
What?
An aphrodisiac.
The oyster is, but the stuffing and the smell is kind of a takedown.
Not.
That's kind of a takedown. Exactly. All right, dude. Hey, have a good Thanksgiving, my friend.
Hey, y'all too. Have a great one. Now.
Hey, you got it, dude. We'll talk to you later. Line 2. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Dinner
rolls.
Oh, yeah, but yes, obviously, that's just to sop up their soup or gravy, depending on what you're calling it. But, like, rolls are just, I mean, they're fine. Don't get me wrong. I love bread. But no, I do. A nice warm bread or a roll, that's fantastic. But to me, like, I wouldn't rank that in there. That's just a given.
I wish bread was your version of like ordering a Diet Coke. Like you pass on rolls.
I can't have a roll.
And a Diet Coke.
By the way, you know the one that there's two on here that I'm surprised nobody's nailed yet.
How about alcohol?
This is just for food.
Oh.
Yeah, no, alcohol, obviously.
I thought that was going to be your number one when you said it's on every table.
Well, I mean, it should be. It should be.
Well, you already, number one was kind of a trick.
No, Kaylee nailed it.
Because we had named everything else.
Because we hadn't even gotten to the turkey yet.
Yes, we did. You told us it should be
number
5 times.
Yeah, but it should be higher. It should be number one. By the way, have you figured out what your Thanksgiving drink will be?
Beer and wine.
See, I can't do that. I will polish a bottle of Jack Daniels, though. On Thursday. That'll be my goal.
Starting in the morning.
Polish a bottle of no, it's for honey. That's nice. I can drink that all day. Later in the evening, I'll transfer over to a Jack and Coke.
But you don't like sweet stuff?
Not really. Not really. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 1, thank you. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot, it's your buddy Chris from Apple.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much, man. So I'm half Vietnamese, so we do a fish at our Thanksgiving and like roasted duck and stuff like that.
Oh, by the way,
duck
sounds really good. Although I feel like that's a pain in the ass to cook. Well, I say that I'm not making anything. Steve will do it. But that's very Asian, right? The fish is very Asian.
Yeah, I mean that and any pork dish or something like that.
Hey, let me ask you this: like when you guys do the fish, I had a buddy of mine who was he Vietnamese? Yeah, he may have been like you. Do you guys just do the fish, or do you do like the whole fish stew?
It depends. The whole fish, like head and everything.
Yeah, when that thing's just kind of when that thing's kind of just floating around.
Is that the oysters?
Yeah.
Or
God. Please, Paul, go to the bathroom. Hey, do you guys do a big Thanksgiving?
I was small. My Vietnamese side's pretty small. It's only like 7 of us, so.
That's still a good mix. That's still a really good 7 people. That's pretty good. You got to get a decent amount. All right, dude. I appreciate it. By the way, Edgar Hernandez, you're absolutely right. Now we will have these tomorrow, and they should be on everybody's table.
You should invite more than 20 people.
What's 23, 24 if you count Paul after he goes. Deviled eggs.
What are you not having tomorrow?
Oh, you know what?
What do a lot of people have that you don't want any? Because that would be easier than naming things you've had or are having.
We crossed one thing off the. We crossed 2 things off the list, and then one of them got added back on. So one of the things that got crossed off the list was Steve was going to do something with like this whole big wild mushroom thing, and that got S-canned. But that was just the side.
Yeah.
The white bean soup got scrapped off the list, but then Deb argued and put it back on the list. So that's on. So we have 2 soups. We have gravy soup, and then we have white bean soup. White bean soup's good, but that's gonna not just gas. Not Paul takes care of the other part. That just gives you the gas.
I would think that like a soup you wouldn't want that because it would fill you up too much, and you got to save room for all that other food.
Yeah, no, but we start at 10 a.m.
You start eating at 10.
Oh, yeah.
I think we established earlier in the week, or maybe it was late last week, that Elliot's perfectly fine leaving a table in pain. Sort of what he does more often than not.
Oh, by far. And I'll eat several meals tomorrow, all the way through the desserts. Absolutely. But no, Deb is doing deviled eggs, but jalapeno deviled eggs. Doesn't that sound good?
Jesus. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I get overwhelmed just doing the basics for the 4 of us.
You got to let loose. You got to let loose, like Paul.
One Thanksgiving, and this a-hole won't let it go. I was sick.
I got yelled at last night.
Wait, for what?
That's brine. That's not iced tea.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, I want you to drink brine.
To go grab for the
I want you to drink brine. Oh. Absolutely. That's good. No, and then we always like to take the leftovers and then eat them. The line 6. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, what's up, Elliot?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, I had a couple of things that I do for Thanksgiving that, all right, so your buddy Paul does the wild mushroom thing?
No, Steve does that. Paul just craps it.
Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we do stuffed mushrooms for an appetizer.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And instead of fish, we do shrimp cocktail.
Oh, that's on our list because Steve's mom loves shrimp cocktail, so that's on the list for tomorrow as well.
See, that's more of a Christmas Eve tradition.
What, shrimp cocktail?
Yeah, for us.
Oh, do you really?
Well, seafood is really big Christmas for some families.
Oh, yeah, no, I like to borrow from the Orient and bring that into Thanksgiving. No, stuffed mushrooms, there's nothing wrong with. Shrimp cocktail's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like a go-to, and we do a homemade spinach dip, and it definitely starts at 10 a.m. It's an all-day affair.
Yeah, and everybody's in their pajamas all day, which is even better.
Of course.
Right. Well, except for Paul. His are usually on the floor at his ankles.
He's in his second pair.
Isn't shrimp cocktail like the one thing Diane will eat from the sea?
That's the only world of seafood, right?
That and scallops.
Although she seems very intrigued by the oyster stuffing.
No, not so much.
Right on, Mama.
By the way, but there's one thing that nobody has mentioned that's on the list that I feel like probably in the last decade, I know we're having it, in the last decade has kind of taken off and blossomed as a Thanksgiving staple.
Did a restaurant bring it in earlier this week? Something that you love, that you order all the time? If it's on the menu?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, the answer is yeah.
Brussels sprouts.
Bingo. Yeah. I'll eat my weight in Brussels sprouts. Well, I love Brussels sprouts. They always have to have a little butter on them, though.
No, isn't it? I thought you had to cook them in bacon fat.
Oh, there's got to be bacon.
Yeah.
Duh. No kidding, Diane. But yeah, little bacon fat. That's also part of the soup. The bacon.
It makes it nice, like little clouds on top.
No, but one year we had a vegetarian that came over for Thanksgiving, and she broke 23 years of vegetarianism eating the bacon out of the Brussels sprouts. It's the highlight of Thanksgiving.
It's the sixth extinction. We'll all go.
Yeah.
I'll eat meat.
Yeah, are we going to be thinking about all the bad meat studies as we...
No, now I'm getting rid of all of it so I can start fresh on Friday.
Elliot's going to slow cook everything.
Boiled turkey.
Oh, now we're bringing Jewish into the whole deal.
By the way, I like that Diane's thinking selfishly about cancer. I'm thinking about the human civilization and existence.
I'm feeding a civilization.
I'm just saying that was a telling moment. What am I going to die from? No. What are we going to die from?
Hey, we're all dying anyway. I mean, but you can allow yourself the splurge of one day. That's why I installed all the solar panels on my roof.
No, I'm with Fisher Stevens. I'm a vegetarian now.
Tyler is strictly a plant-based diet. That's his whole thing. All right, let's do some follow-up phone calls, please. 866-2-ELLIOT, 866-235-5468. Any good stories from yesterday, last night, anything good going on for Thanksgiving? I don't care. I'll get into anything. 866-2-ELLIOT, 866-235-5468. Kaylee, line 3. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, who's this?
This is Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, what's going on, dude?
Not much. You definitely need to go watch the, oh, man. What the hell is it? It's,
come on, brain fart.
I know, right? The Civil War trailer for,
Captain America. No, I don't need to go watch it because then I would just be watching it again. The trailer's fantastic. The trailer's great.
Dude, I can't wait. That looks badass.
I was going to say, do you did you like the trailer?
I did. Yeah. I really did.
I thought it was pretty solid. Yeah, I thought they. I mean, and I'm with you. It sets you up nicely, builds up the anticipation. But yeah, I thought the release of the trailer was pretty good. Yeah, I watched a couple times when I got in this morning. All right, dude. Hey, listen, have yourself a good Thanksgiving. All right, my friend.
All right, man. You too.
Hey, you got it, dude. We'll talk to you later. Kaylee, I brought something in for you. I can't pronounce the Waukesha. I don't know. There's some college in Wisconsin.
Waukesha.
Oh, is that how they say it down there?
Yeah.
Here up in Champions, it's Waukesha, whatever. There's a college, and they don't think it's anything bad, but they are asking the man to stop because it's creeping everybody out. But Kaylee, do yourself a favor and watch the video of the creepy clown that just spends his day walking around the campus, freaking everybody out.
That's like that guy that was in Florida who made
the clown?
No, that was different.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
that was from
guy's
Billy
in Canada.
Madison. Billy Madison, right?
No. There's a clown up in Canada that's running around by the name of
There's
Doo-Doo.
a guy in Florida who's made it into, people contact him and were like, hey, I want you to come screw with my friends because they're afraid of clowns. It's like a whole, he was retired. Now he's like, I got a whole new career.
Oh, so he goes around and F's with people?
Mm-hmm.
I'd do that. I would totally do that. So there's whatever this college is, there's this guy who's been walking around, and it's that creepy, it's just the orange jumpsuit, big clown face, big clown head, and he walks around campus, just kind of hangs out in the quad, scaring everybody as they're walking along.
Love when clowns take on like a prisoner.
But it kind of
costume.
adds to the creepiness of it. And then when were we talking about the guy who was traveling the world for free because he bought the artwork? Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday. So remember the guy who paid all like the $170 million on his American Express card? And then now he gets like free airfare for his family and his kids the rest of their life because he's got so many miles. I just bumped into this yesterday. They're doing, and it wasn't related to that, but they're doing there's a company that put out a package to travel around the world. Doesn't that idea sound awesome, though? Now, this one is way too expensive.
Well, anyone would be.
What does it entail?
It says if you've ever dreamed about taking a year off, so it'd take you a year to do it, but had no idea where to begin or how much money you would need, here's the answer. This one company has just announced their 34-country, 364-day trip around the world. The countries you visit: Argentina, Antarctica, Belize, Bolivia, Botswana, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, China, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Egypt. Obviously, this isn't the order you do them. If you've picked up on the pattern, this is all alphabetical. Morocco, Mexico, Malawi, Thailand, Vietnam, the United States, Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Peru, Panama. Accommodations vary from camping on the Antarctic Peninsula to staying in a local Peruvian villa on the Isle of Lake Titicaca. Greatest name for a lake. Transportation includes everything from flights and boats. You'll also travel by camel, sleeper trains, rickshaw, and more. They're only taking 10 people.
Oh, that's interesting.
$75,000.
I guess you can't. In my head, I was thinking of it being a thing where that they could stagger, but you can't.
You can't. No. You got to just
too extensive.
Everybody's got to go at once.
Timing sucks. Worldwide sweeping travel.
Yes.
There you go.
10 people, $75,000 a piece.
Why only 10?
Manageable.
Yeah.
I would think, at least that way it's
You'd think
manageable.
they'd at least get like a plane full, you know?
That's a lot of people, dude. You're talking, for a plane. What about when I'm traveling rickshaw?
That's true.
And camel?
I didn't think about that.
That's a lot of camels for, what's a plane hold, 200 people? 300 people? That's a lot to do. But wouldn't it be awesome to travel around the world?
That'd be a dream.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Like anytime I talk to one of my buddies who are either in the military or like Coast Guard or something, who just travel around the world, like you talk to him, like think back to, like remember the guy that now I feel bad that I don't remember his name, but our winter that went with us to Gretna Fest, and he had been in the Navy. What was his name?
Wasn't it Greg?
Yeah, that's right, because I was going to say Craig. So yeah, Greg is right.
Was it not Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you were making
or
a
was
face.
it Craig? Was it? Was I calling him the wrong
Isn't
name?
Isn't it Drake? Isn't his last name Drake?
I think you're right.
Drake is definitely right. What's his wife?
Yeah.
A very attractive young lady. Anyway, no, but he was in the Navy, and like he's telling stories. Oh, when I was here, when I was there. Remember we were talking about the 7 Floors of Horrors, like all that stuff. Like traveling around the world would be awesome. I've gone nowhere.
That's not true.
No, we have gone
because
places.
there are plenty of people who haven't
that's
had
true.
the
That's
luxury
true.
of traveling, and
That's
thanks
true.
to Ronnie Mervis
Oh,
and the Dubai Desert Rock Festival.
that's true. We did Dubai
And
we did South Africa.
WRXL.
and Richmond. Those were the three.
But also New Orleans and Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Oh, we're only 2 weeks out from the announce.
For
Welcome to Rockville. Full lineup.
Oh, that's right, December 7th. Is it the 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah. December 7th is the announcement for Welcome to Rockville, because December 9th is the announcement about throwing cabbage at the at the parades in Metairie. So yeah, I have those on my calendar. I can tell you this though about travel. You know who I talked to yesterday?
Who?
Anna Gibbs.
About
Ottawa.
Ottawa, yeah.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
We're talking next week.
Did you talk to her outgoing message?
I did leave her a message, and then she just sent me an email and said, "Let's talk next week." So, but at least I'm moving that ball.
You're her, Todd Glass.
I'm moving the ball along. But you know the promotion that I always wanted to do?
Aside from Ottawa?
No, not for us, but the giveaway.
Oh.
By the way, I'm not setting up a tease like I'm coming back on Monday and making some big announcement. No, but the promotion that I've always wanted to do is give away a New Year's Eve trip, and a person picks wherever in the world they want to go celebrate New Year's Eve. Like, I feel like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't get that done here. But
probably pretty expensive.
Why?
Well, I mean, somebody would probably pick someplace pretty far if it's a free trip.
No.
I want to go to the National and see Guar.
Bingo.
Yeah.
No, 90% of what you're going to get is somebody who just wants to go to like L.A., San Francisco, New York.
No.
Then you expand it. Other people are going to go London, Paris, like all your major tourist cities.
Mm.
Now, I know our listeners, hey, send me to, and there'll be some random place that nobody's ever heard of.
Lake Titicaca.
I don't even need the second part of the lake. Send me to the first part. Let's do it. No, but wouldn't that be awesome?
Yes.
What's the worst case scenario? You got to send somebody to Australia.
Or like Bali or someplace like that.
Couldn't find that out. Bali's in the middle of the water.
Yep.
I don't even know that they do New Year's there. There may not be. That's how I get around it. Oh, they don't have a celebration.
Oh, I'm sorry. They go right to the second.
Had to bring in the actual paper ad. Not taking an online printout.
Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, is this me?
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Hey, it's Jeremy from Richmond.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, so you can buy a global ticket from all the airlines, and basically you start in one direction and you can cross the equator twice. Or you can buy tickets where you can cross the equator 4 or 5 times, and you can do it at your own speed. It's like anything from 30 days to 180 days, I think.
Now, I have heard of like an international and isn't that, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's you can use it to fly as many number of planes that you need to accomplish it, right?
Right, as long as you go in the same direction.
Why? I understand the same direction quantifier. I don't understand the north and south of the equator.
I guess they don't want you hopping back and forth from Australia to Canada to Africa.
Yeah, but as long as I'm going in the same direction, who cares? Like, I'm still... Like, so what? Like, why wouldn't I want to go, like, see someplace in South America? I'm traveling around the world.
Yeah, I guess you can buy more times to cross the equator. It just costs you more.
I mean, what am I missing that's south of the equator? But once I get south, like, I could travel around South America.
Yeah.
And then all I really need is New Zealand and Australia. Am I missing anything else south of the equator?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, so yeah, you're good to go. That may be fine. But yeah, those are, I have heard of those before. And then you have to fly standby, but you get on as many planes as you want.
Yeah, and they're not as expensive as you would think. They're like, I want to say they're about $3,500 to $4,000 for the coach ticket to do it.
Right. Yeah, but keep in mind, you're traveling around the world. Then you got to start paying for, like, this package. By the way, $75,000 is a ton of money. Don't get me wrong. And you're gone for an entire year. But
yeah.
the ticket, the airline expense of, like, let's call it $4,000. You still have to eat. You still have to, like, this thing is all included for $75,000. But you still have to, on the $4,000 ticket, you still have to pay for all your food, pay for your hotel, pay for, if you're going to take a train from one place to another, that you still have to do that. Like I guess like in Europe, you would probably do, I mean, they say training, like you just sleep on the train or whatever. But yeah, no, that would be fine. It would be awesome. I'd love to do it. God, would I?
Yeah.
And you know what? I said it. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you. But you know what? I said it this year. Although I will say this, I am talking to Mervis about trying to do something next year. We won't. But I said this year I wanted to do something.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teasing
and we
us
did.
a bit.
I shouldn't say that. We got lucky. We got to do a couple of trips this year. But like I want to do something where we like take a ton of people, like we did to Africa.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So much fun. Remember at the Halloween bash, I told you, was like a...
Oh, it was the reunion.
Reunion.
Oh, yeah.
There were 3 people there that went on that trip.
And it was right before, it was almost this time, or a little while ago, it was almost this time in 2009.
For what? That's when we took the trip?
It was right before Thanksgiving.
What was going on this time in 13? F-U-O-R.
Oh.
Where am I going, Kaylee?
And 10 years ago, Scott Stapp sucker punched Chad Sexton in Baltimore. Remember, I told you, though, for the Halloween bash...
Right.
Like I said, a couple people were there. One of the guys showed me photos of you and I on Robben Island at the Halloween bash.
By the way, Robben Island was awesome.
Which was crazy. It was, I mean, he was on the trip with us, so it wasn't that creepy, but it was still like, why are these on your phone? And then Jameson was there, who I got drunk with the last night.
But no Bobby.
Hi, Elliot in the morning. Hello.
Hey, Elliot. Oh, I didn't know I was up. It's Tony from Highland, New York.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'd love to go to Dubai. I think that would be the most outrageous place to spend New Year's.
No. You know what?
You don't think? Why?
No. We went there for the Dubai Desert Rock Festival 1 year. Yeah, no. And by the way, the music festival was great. But everything is like a movie facade. Where it's like that, like the main road is awesome, and they have all these high rises. But if you could if you look in their backyard, it's like all garbage and trash.
Really?
And then
well, there was that whole like Burj Al Arab area that was very nice.
Okay, that part was nice,
yeah.
But that's not where we stayed.
No.
We stayed in the marina. We stayed right by Diane would go every night. She would go to the Wiener Suck and or the Rug Suck. One of the two. Suck, sorry.
And there was that massive mall with the ski resort in it.
Right, which was a total waste of time.
We almost died on the cab ride.
The production value of Muse's stage show was more impressive than Dubai.
I agree. And then the worst part is, and listen, I get that there's poverty everywhere in the world, but maybe it was because that's where they chose to put us in the hotel. But like you would see all like the Southeastern or Southeast Asian guys who are living 300 to an apartment just to try to build up Dubai. It was, I mean, don't get me wrong, the experience was great and I loved it. And the music festival was awesome, and we were happy to be there. So we did have to shut the show down twice for prayer time. And then Ed lost his job for FedExing all the equipment. Right. But other than that,
Ed was fun.
But the trip did give us our stopover in Amsterdam.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. We did get to go to Amsterdam for that. We saw a guy by the red light district hooker. I did an interview.
That was Ed also.
That almost kept his job. And then I did an interview on Russian television, and Tyler threw up from eating Panacoken. So yeah, no, we did accomplish a lot. How did we end up talking about traveling all over the place?
You told us you're talking to Ronnie.
Oh, I am talking to Ronnie. Oh, let me ask you this: would people do like if we did the thing in Ottawa?
Yeah.
Would people go to that? Like, yes, we'd give some away, but if we opened it up like we did for South Africa,
absolutely.
Would people care enough
to buy a package?
Yeah, to go ice skating on the canal.
I think so.
Eat beaver tails.
Especially because it's close. It would be a short trip, too. It's not like...
Weekend.
Yeah,
weekend.
This has to be a great deal. I mean, Ronnie put together an unbelievable package that was a once-in-a-lifetime expense. You would have never found that anywhere else.
It was very cheap.
For what Ronnie put it together.
With everything included, too.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. Remember, Diane danced on that table with all the African ladies.
It's fun.
Where am I going, Kaylee? I didn't even get to the other thing I need to. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Is this me?
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Alex from Fairfax.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, I was just wondering, it was probably a couple weeks back, but did you guys ever hear this story about this college kid decided to take a semester off school, and the way he worked his trip was he spent $1,000 on an Air Emirates flight, but the way he did it was working out layovers and stuff. He essentially made a 7-continent, a 7-country trip, all first class for $1,000.
I did read about that guy, and I can't remember. There was something weird where he was using all the loopholes in airline lingo, and he was able to do that. I did see something about that kid, but I can't remember the whole deal. But I do remember the airline started getting pissed off because he found all of their loopholes and was able to travel essentially around the world first class for almost nothing.
Yeah, and he literally was drinking like $1,000 cognac on my flight.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous what he was doing.
I think he printed out a receipt and like put it on Twitter. It was like looked like for one of his flights. I think it was like a 16-hour flight, and he probably consumed like $12,000 worth of liquor, food.
Yeah, no, I do remember seeing that. That was awesome. That was good. Hey, by the way, do you remember the second best thing of our flight to Dubai?
What was the best thing?
Well, just going there. I mean, that was awesome.
Gravy.
The second best thing was we got introduced to something that to a group of people we had never seen before.
Oh, the KLM.
The Blue Crew.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very good.
Attendance.
That was when, and Ronnie was nice because I got to sit up in first class with Ronnie, and the Blue Crew comes by.
No, that was a different trip.
No.
Ronnie didn't go to Dubai with us.
That was Africa. That's right. That's when we did KLM.
Oh, God, they're all running together.
No, that was Africa when we did KLM. Because remember, Ronnie and I got to take baths up in first class.
And then which trip did we take the stop and then bus ride through the outskirts of France?
That was coming back from Dubai. There was the layover in. We had to go to three.
We were stuck at the airport because of. Was it
weather?
fog?
It was horrible rain.
Yeah.
And we couldn't take off, and then they shifted us to another one, which was a big problem because then Ed had to move all the gear from one place to another, and he was like, "It's getting wet. I'll just FedEx it again and just move it all along." All right, let me do this.
What was your other story?
About what?
You said you didn't get to something.
Oh! Well, you know what? I'll tie it into travel. Did you see the pictures? There was somebody that was flying over Area 51.
Okay.
No.
Go to break.
No. There was somebody. Then you know what? Then you tell me what it is.
Probably has to do with aliens or an unidentified flying object.
There was somebody. Well, it does have to do with the UFO. There was somebody. Please. There was somebody flying over Area 51. Right.
Like a commercial passenger plane?
Yeah, just a regular. I'll tell you exactly what the airline was. American Airlines flight from San Jose, California to Houston, Texas. He took a series of pictures of a giant metallic disc in the Nevada desert, okay? They were flying near Luning and Gabbs on October 30th. He noticed a blinding bright light in the desert, right? What is that? Tell me what that is.
It just looks like a weird reflection off of the plane window.
Okay, look at are you not seeing the big round disc here?
Yeah, I see that.
And you see, no, a blinding light coming up. What blinding light is coming off the plane window? No, please. That's coming off
someone shooting a laser at the plane.
That's coming off of this disc that's on the ground, and these are orbs that are coming up.
Should have taken a break.
What is then tell me what it is.
I thought they
tell me what it is.
They talked to people who said they thought it was some sort of solar farm, and it was like a reflective device, like a mirror.
But it's only there for one day? Because nobody else that's flown over Area 51 has been able to take a picture of this big disc that's out in the middle of the desert?
I don't know.
I'll answer that for you. No.
Maybe it's new.
Maybe it has recently landed. My point is, if this thing was there, see, look at that picture. It's better when you don't have to use the the printer. Look at that. Look how nice that is. But people fly that route all the time, right?
Yeah.
That San Jose to Houston is a normal flight
you would
for
think,
American.
I mean,
no, I know it is. I looked it up.
He could have asked, like, the pilots, hey, do you ever notice that before?
If that was there every day, there would be more pictures of it. But it's not. Now, of course, Area 51 officials will tell you, oh, sorry, we're not home. But if that was there every day, you would have seen pictures of it previously to this guy taking a flight. Speculation is it landed, conducted whatever business it needed to be, and has now taken off again.
Who said that?
Experts.
The guy who took the pic. Oh, experts.
Okay.
I'm
sorry, sources. But you know what the tell will be?
What?
Now that this picture is out, and it's viral. Now that the picture is out, in the next couple of days and weeks, if you see somebody go like, oh, hey, there's that picture again, then you'll have something. Then I'll talk to you. Nobody has seen it beforehand. Not one person has ever thought, that's weird looking, and taken a picture of it. No. This is the first time you've seen this picture. And even if it was something that was being constructed, you would have seen pictures of it, of people flying over it. Right? What I'm saying makes sense. You can't argue that.
Well, I'd like Diane's explanation.
I do too, except somebody else in the 2015 years of the planet would have taken a picture of like, hey, look what I found at Area 51. Somebody would have taken that picture. But no. One flight and one guy. I told you what the sources believe. It landed. It's conducting its business. And then it takes off. Or we'll see more pictures in the next couple of days, since this thing is everywhere now.
Orb.
There are orbs that are coming up off of the I'll call it the UFO. The UFO. You're not going to tell me that's not a freaky looking picture, though?
It is, but
thank you.
I mean, I
but
could
you're
also,
telling me it's there every single day.
I don't know. I could also buy that theory.
For the first time, somebody has taken a picture of it. First time. No. You know what? You decide.
I don't want to argue ahead of a holiday.
No, there's nothing to argue about. There's nothing to argue about. It's common sense reasoning.
We'll pop Adele on.
Hello.
Did you see her on Fallon?
I did not.
That was good.
I did not. They
did the classroom instruments thing with her.
For what song?
Hello?
Oh, that's not upbeat and fun enough.
No, it was.
That's where you need like Call Me Maybe.
No.
No, that was awesome when they did that.
Yes.
That was her first hit. I like your version of Hello. That's my favorite.
Hello.
No.
Oh, Squiggy. Hello.
That's Squiggy's version. Your version's breathtaking.
All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. Diane's got some news. After that, $500 is yours with Elliot in the Morning's November Wham. It's been pretty important to us here at the radio station. And we've mentioned it before. We've mentioned it a couple of times. And the story goes back to November the 1st. And there was a hit-and-run accident that took place in Fairfax County, Virginia. And it was on the 5600 block of Franconia Road. And it was in the evening, 10 o'clock or so, give or take, somewhere around there. And there was a man who got hit by a car, and the driver of the car took off. The man was killed at the scene, and police have asked since then. It was 10:43 when the incident took place, and they've been trying to investigate it ever since the accident happened. And the man who died is a 69-year-old man from the Alexandria area. And I think the last time that we talked about it, I mentioned that we know somebody that is attached to the story. Khan works here at the radio station as a disc jockey. Mm-hmm. And he does, like fill-in work and weekend stuff. And, he comes out to all of the stuff. Khan's an awesome dude. His father is the man that was struck and killed that night. And since then, they've the Fairfax County Police have asked that anybody who may have seen something, and again, this goes back to November 1st. And obviously, like anybody else who's found themselves in this position, the story, you want to keep it going, and the police continue to work those stories. But this goes back to November 1st. And like I said, it was the 5600 block of Franconia Boulevard. And Khan's dad was crossing the street and was hit by a car, and they had a description of the car, and whoever was driving the car took off and left Khan's dad dead in the street. So the reason I bring it up now is the Fairfax County Police have released a picture of the car that struck Khan's father. Detectives released a photo of the suspect vehicle that was believed to have been involved in the hit-and-run crash that occurred back on Sunday, November 1st, in the 5600 block of Franconia Road. And listen, it's a fantastic piece of evidence. The picture's grainy. It's not crystal clear. It's not the most beautiful picture. It's not clear enough that they can start reading license plates and things like that. But they believe it was the car that hit Khan's father and killed him. If you get a chance, and listen, the police have said this, and when we've talked about it, if you were in the area, and I realize that's 3 weeks ago. But maybe this helps jog your memory. Maybe you recognize the car. We'll post the picture of the car. Maybe it triggers a memory. Maybe it's something that you recognize. But they did put out a picture of the car that they believe struck Khan's father and killed him. So we'll put the picture up. If you get a chance today, during the weekend, at some point, take a look. Maybe it rings familiar. And if it doesn't, that's fine. But maybe it'll help ring familiar to somebody who was in the area. Maybe it'll help ring familiar to somebody who knows somebody who has that car. Maybe it'll help. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You took a look and you saw, sorry, that didn't help me. But thank you for investing the time to look. I'll thank you for that ahead of time. So if you get a chance, and listen, I understand there are people in a car right now who can't look at it. That's fine. I understand that. But if you could, at some point today, at some point during the weekend, you get a free moment, give me the couple of minutes that it'll take. And just look. And if it doesn't help, that's fine. And again, I'll thank you just to look at it. And if it does help, that would be fantastic. But there is a picture. And again, like I mentioned, it's Khan's dad. So if you could, just take a moment, look at the picture, and if it helps, that would be fantastic. And if it doesn't, you will not have wasted your time. You will have at least look. And again, I'll thank you very much for that. So we'll put the picture up, and if we can, if it leads to something, that would be the greatest thing ever. But for Khan, I'd love for people to be able to take a look and just see if it triggers a memory, a thought. You were in the area. Oh, I forgot, but that car rings familiar. Whatever it does, that's fine. So if you get a chance, please do. All right, Diane, let's get into some news, please.
Civil rights leaders calling for change in the Chicago Police Department from the top to the bottom as protesters marching through the streets of Chicago yesterday evening. The demonstrations following the release of squad car video that shows a police officer shooting a teenager 16 times last year, which makes this chant all the more relevant. 16 shots. That resulted in murder charges for the police officer, Jason Van Dyke.
Right.
He is being held without bond. The video's awful. It's
the video's disgusting. The video's horrible.
17-year-old Laquan McDonald, as he's walking down the street, and I guess was being ordered several times to drop the knife that he was carrying.
He had a knife in his hand, and you could see in the video, you could see him kind of pop the knife out into his hand, and you could see him walking. The guy, the officer, Van Dyke, who ends up shooting him, had just arrived on the scene. He'd been there less than 30 seconds. Car pulls up. He gets out. I'm assuming there's no audio, and they talk about there's no audio because either A, there was a glitch, or B, the audio wasn't turned on. Could be either one. And he ends up opening fire, and you see him drop, and then you see him continue to get shot.
With the little puffs.
Yeah, you see the puffs of smoke, and you see the bullets hitting the kid's body as he's laying on the ground. I was watching a bunch last night because I was really afraid that Chicago was going to turn into a scene that's become all too familiar.
Like it was going to be Ferguson.
It was going to be Ferguson.
Yeah.
It was going to be Baltimore. And there were protests last night. It got a little heated towards the end of the protests. I think everybody's hopeful that Chicago doesn't turn into a horrific weekend. Ferguson, Baltimore. And hopefully it doesn't go that way. But there was a bunch of cops who were on the news last night, and they were talking about how, the guy had a gun, the guy had drugs in his system, and he was ordered. He wasn't following orders. Okay. They also talk about how that street had been blocked off. To the right-hand side, there's almost like a fence that he's not getting through, he's not getting over. And their point is, he was no threat to anybody else, and he was no threat to get away. That they didn't need to unload 16 shots on this kid while he's laying on the ground. So they shot him once, he went down. And it's disgusting to see. And then they just continued to fire. I say they, Van Dyke continues to fire over and over. And by the way, it's all quick.
If I can jump in for 1 second, I think you misspoke.
What's that?
He had a knife.
Correct.
You said gun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. It's a knife in his hand.
Yeah.
No, not a gun. Maybe I was thinking that you see Van Dyke pull out his gun, but yes, no. He had a knife in his hand. But that street is blocked off. There's nothing on his right but a fence that he can't get through, and he's not a threat to anybody else. Now, is he a threat to the police officers? Yes, I understand that. Was he not following orders given by the police? Correct.
And
but they unload on this kid.
And there are questions, too, about video surveillance from the Burger King.
There is the question. So there's the video from the police camera or the dashboard, and it's not Van Dyke's car, but it's another police camera, and that's what you kind of see everything through. And Van Dyke's in jail, and he won't he's been charged with murder, and he's being held. But I guess the Chicago Police Department went to a nearby Burger King and said, "Hey, listen, can we go through the video surveillance that you guys have at the restaurant?" And the manager said, "Sure, go ahead. I understand there was a shooting. Whatever you guys need, please feel free." There's 86 minutes of tape that is, this is all according to the reports that came out about the investigation that went on for a year. There's 86 minutes during that video or on the surveillance tape that's missing. They found that out because days later, when the official investigation was taking place, not just the investigation by the Chicago Police Department, but when the official investigation into the shooting took place, they went in to say, okay, let's go look and see other business surveillance. And they noticed that 86 minutes of video were missing, which is about the amount of time that it took for police to arrive on the scene, everything get done, and leave. Those 86 minutes are missing. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't done by the people who were officially investigating what happened. That was done by somebody in the Chicago Police Department who just ran over there, I believe it was the next morning, to see what the hell was going on. And then, obviously, you draw the conclusion of they didn't like what they saw, so that tape was erased. Deleted, whatever it was. However that works, those files were gone. So that when the official investigation into the shooting took place, 86 minutes is missing. But that video is horrible. That video is disgusting. And I do get it where you want to go, hey, listen, you got a knife in your hand. The cops are telling you to stop. You have to stop. I agree with all of that. Where I have to stop. If I'm holding a knife and an officer tells me to stop, I want to believe that I would stop.
So you're just talking about...
in general.
Listening.
Yes. I understand people who feel that way. I really do. But that certainly doesn't come anywhere close to excusing what happens after he doesn't stop. I mean, if one shot wasn't bad enough and this kid's laying on the ground, the next 15 are ridiculous. And you do see his body popping around. It's horrible.
I've never seen anything like with the puffs of smoke before.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And that's what even like watching some of the cops on TV last night were saying is you can't just unload on a person like that, who again was no threat to anybody else in that area. Now, Again, you want to argue he was a threat to the police because he wasn't listening to what they were saying? Okay. But you got to shoot someone 16 times while he's laying on the ground? That's ridiculous.
I mean, they did say that things...
It is ridiculous.
As bad as it could have gotten in Chicago last night, it was relatively
And
calm.
I hope they don't. I get the anger. I totally do. But yeah, that video is bad. The good news is, maybe not the right word, guy's been charged with murder. He's in jail. The investigation obviously sucks if video's being destroyed. But I think it was, what's his name? Like Rahm Emanuel was talking about. Nobody's defending what the cop did at all. But now they're just trying to talk about, let's just try to keep the city from exploding over the weekend, which I think would be everybody's hope.
I mean, it's good that it's going into a Thanksgiving holiday. You don't think so?
I don't know.
No?
I have no idea. It's not good at any time.
No. They said with millions of people getting on the roads after it had been on the decline for most of the past 10 years, traffic deaths actually up 8% the first half of this 2015. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says more people are driving because there's lower gas prices, the economy's been better, and you also have much more people being distracted by texting and other things. You've got drunk and drug drivers, drowsy drivers.
I have to text. I'm stuck in traffic.
And younger people who are hitting the road, maybe not as experienced as others. They said that Donald Trump's big rival in Iowa is not Ben Carson anymore. No, he is down in third place now. Now it is Ted Cruz.
Ooh. By the way, I called that. Remember, I called that early on. Pardon me. That the two people that are going to battle it out.
Early on, you wondered when Ted Cruz was dropping out of the race.
Well, that is true. That is true. I did wonder when he was going away. But then after he did, and I said it's going to come down to Ted Cruz. Who was the other one I said? Oh, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz.
So the new numbers in Iowa, Trump's at 25.
Although Trump's going to be the president. I don't even know what I'm waiting on.
Ted Cruz is at 23. Ben Carson down to 18%. And then Marco Rubio is at 14%.
Right.
Tracy Morgan telling Complex Magazine that he basically died for 2 weeks last year when he went into a coma after his car accident. He says he actually talked to God while he was gone. He said, I'm probably never going to feel normal. I went to the other side. This is not something I'm making up. He said, do you know what God said to me? He said, your roommate ready. I still got something for you to do. More of that on Complex Magazine. New at the movies, you get Creed, obviously, is the bigger one that's opening up this week, and Good Dinosaur for the kids. Victor Frankenstein is new. Tom Hanks confirming that Toy Story 4 is in production. He said he's got voice work next week for it.
But did we know that was already going on? Like, I feel like that had been out.
He says he's talked about it before, but I guess he's actually saying, like, December 2nd, I got to be in the studio to do some voice work for the next Toy Story movie. It'll be out in theaters in 2018. Larry the Cable Guy is suing a place in Diamond Head, Mississippi called the Get Her Done gas station.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
He would like them to change their name, stop selling products with the logo on it.
What was the ripoff of the slogan that I was going to use?
Go do her.
Go do her. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Diane. Yes. Thank you.
Football for tomorrow starts with the Philadelphia-Detroit game at 12:30. Then you get Carolina and Dallas, and the Bears and the Packers starting at 8:30. Steelers linebacker Arthur Moats donating 35% of his 2015 salary to his alma mater. That would be James Madison University. He said he met his wife there.
No S.
He earned a poli-sci.
35%!
Earned a political science degree while he was playing football. Works out to about $300K.
There's generous, and then there's generous.
Works out to $300,000. He said that'll help to go improve the Convocation Center and also create a scholarship as well. Stedman Bailey from the Rams in critical but stable condition at a hospital in Florida after being shot in the head twice while he was sitting as a passenger in the seat of a car. Apparently the driver of the car also shot several times while trying to shield several kids who were in the car as well. So they said that apparently he is, for being shot twice in the head, he is doing remarkably well.
Talk to Coach Fisher. He was on the phone with him.
Also, the Sacramento Bee is saying that Colin Kaepernick suffered an extensive labrum tear in his left non-throwing shoulder, and he did have his surgery yesterday. They said it's 4 to 6 months recovery time for him. The power rankings are out. Patriots, no surprise, are number 1, followed by the Panthers, and then the Broncos, Cardinals, and Cincinnati Bengals. The Capitals taking on the Jets tonight at the Verizon Center.
Hell yes.
Also, speaking of net worth, New York Rangers said to be worth $1.2 billion to make them the most valuable NHL franchise, according to Forbes. Then it's the Canadiens and the Maple Leafs, right over $1.1 billion. Capitals are 10th in that league. Golden State Warriors are now 16-0 after they beat the Lakers 111-77 last night. They set a new NBA record for the best start in NBA history.
That's kind of cool. I like that we get to see a record get set.
Wizards lose to the Pacers 123-106 last night. The Cavaliers are in Toronto, where LeBron can pass Reggie Miller for 18th place on the all-time.
I need him to have like 2
NBA
points and then sit down.
Scoring
That
list.
way Reggie just hold on for a little bit longer.
Sixers.
Whatever, Reggie's still better looking.
Sixers in Boston tonight, trying to get their first win of the season. Pelicans kicking off a 3-game road trip tonight in Phoenix against the Suns. That's a look at news and sports.
It could make sense to me. That's the state with the most outhouses. Number 2.
Okay.
No, why? What do you mean?
Is that true?
No, but that seems...
Yes, that's true.
That you can almost get.
No, that's what I mean. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
That Alaska...
What's number 2?
West Virginia.
Now that is
shocking.
Surprising.
Yeah. Why would that be it? Why would they have outhouses? I don't know anybody that has an outhouse.
No.
Also, there's a shocking number of... So, yes, you have people who have outhouses. Then you have people who just have houses where they didn't put bathrooms in.
So what do they use?
Public bathrooms.
Wawa.
I don't care. You can go wherever you want. But we'll just use a public bathroom. I did have one friend who had a parent who never liked to use the bathrooms at home and would only use... because they thought it was very wasteful... and would only use
flushing
money. And would only use bathrooms outside of the house, and encourage the rest of the family to do the same. But by the way, would shower at home. So would use like sinks and stuff. Just would prefer to not have toilets inside their house.
See, now I don't have a sink. I use the toilet.
You can use the tank if you use our thing from a couple of weeks ago.
What I do.
I don't understand not having a toilet in your house. That makes no sense to me. But yeah, there are people with having an outhouse in 2015 doesn't make sense to me. Have I ever used an outhouse? No, I don't think I have.
I mean,
I don't camp, so no. I've
so
not
I was going to
used
say,
an
like,
outhouse. I've used like a toilet setup.
To me, that one, well, not really it was like a multi-seat outhouse, the ones at that campground we were at West Virginia.
The
kind of outhousey?
That was a set-up bathroom, though.
Right.
Like, it was built, because there were people that were, like, camping and stuff.
Oh, but not a true outhouse.
Not a true outhouse. Yeah. No. That's like if... I don't camp, but I would imagine that, like, people that go camping, like if you're tent camping or something, where they have, like, something set up where, like, you can go use their facility. That makes sense. It's there for that reason. That's when I talked to Scott when they had the really low doors.
The half door.
And Scott was on the toilet. And so I was talking to him there. But do we know anybody who's got an outhouse? And by the way, they're in every state. There's houses in every state that have outhouses. There's houses in every state that have no toilets at all. Maybe that'll be like a new builder trend. Where you go from, like, for a long time it was like, oh, put the master on the like if it's a 2-story house.
The laundry room goes upstairs.
Goes upstairs, right, so you don't have to carry laundry up and down. So maybe this will be the new trend.
Here's a proposition. It's high risk, low reward. And it's going to be quite a gamble.
How is that low reward?
When it's not something people want, a house without a toilet.
People are choosing that now. People are choosing to have houses with no toilets.
Yes, the number is shocking, but it's still very, very, very,
It is
very
low, and it is a niche buyer's market. But you could probably charge a fortune if you find one of those people.
No, the point is that it's cheaper.
No, the point is you don't want it.
Because it's cheaper.
And now I'm giving you something that's... if not, it's wasted space. Why would I sell you a house with wasted space? I've removed the toilets. Okay. I've given you extra closet space. Now who's buying? Now who's buying? I could talk myself into being one of the families that doesn't use the bathroom at home and only at public facilities. I could buy into that. No, you got to pay city sewage.
Well, you with your septic.
I have to pay septic. By the way, I will say this. The beauty of knowing that you would never bust your field or a pump is almost in the back of my mind worth it. Because I do. I have that fear. I'll have that fear this weekend with people who are over. Oh, I didn't finish. I'll just push it down the disposal. And I guarantee you 4 or 5 times you're going to hear me do, no. And then I got to dig it out because nothing can go down the disposal. Everything has to go into the garbage. And I do. Because they say the second...
Sticking your hand down there and nasty.
Don't care. Because the second a pipe or the septic field goes, and the only way that you know where the hole is, you got to dig everything up. People who have lost septic fields, you do not want any part of that. So I'm told. You also don't want the blanket of flies that apparently covers your yard when your septic goes.
It's like the Snapchat lens.
You do not want that.
Which my son thought was ice cream. Why would flies circle ice cream?
Because ice cream's good. Everybody likes ice cream.
They're like ants with wings.
Let me ask you this. Would you go outhouse over no toilet?
Am I designing a house?
Yeah, now we're building. We're going to build a house with no toilets.
Yeah, I would go outhouse over
no
toilets. Sure, of course.
There's toilets.
I'd like to have something on the grounds.
On like that you could just stroll out to.
Yeah, without having to leave.
I don't think I'd like an outhouse.
You want to drive to go to the bathroom?
More so than an outhouse? I don't want the cleaning. I don't want the issue. I don't want any of that. Your outhouse isn't tied up to city sewage or a septic tank.
What do you do? Work a deal with like Don's John's?
John's, right? Yeah. Oh, what was the fun bathroom? Floaters. That was the name of it. Remember, Elliot? You can get. I don't know what that means. You can get.
Can't.
You can't get a UNO permit for a new built house without an indoor toilet in most jurisdictions. Not in all, but in most. I don't know what an O&U is.
Well, UNO.
UNO. Oh, Union and Organization.
Use and occupancy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the shortened version. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 2? Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Jason. I do a lot of surveys on houses without restrooms.
Thank you. They're everywhere, right?
It's more common than you'd think.
That is the most surprising thing to me ever.
A lot of it's out in the country.
But that doesn't make sense to me. You're still building a house. Like, what is it? I don't care where it is.
Well, it's also an income thing. I mean, my grandparents grew up poor, and they grew up without a restroom.
Right. No. But they do point out in the census thing, and listen, I do get some of that, but they were even saying that that yes, there is a segment of the population where it's an economic issue. Or not an issue, but it's for economic reasons. But then they go on and they talk about that's not all the cases. It's not even the majority of the cases where it's because you can't afford to have running water.
Huh.
By the way, you know where this would be a great thing to do? Hey, thank you, sir. You know where this would be really smart?
I can't think of one place.
I can. And I'm going to open your eyes.
All right.
Apartment buildings.
So you're going to do it like it's clusters in a dorm?
I'm going to put it down like on like.
Oh, I can't even go on my floor.
Well, if you're in like a garden style apartment, which is like 3 stories, then we'll put one down like in the downstairs. In like a tall, like more high rise type apartment building, then I'm going to put a lot of them down in the lobby.
Oh God, what a pain in the ass.
Let me ask you this: in the dorm, did you
Why
ever?
Is no one renting from us?
No. Because think about it. Have you ever, when you lived in an apartment, did you ever have a pipe go?
Thankfully, no.
Oh, it's the worst.
I know.
It is the worst. And they got to dig from the wall back because then you're tying up to everything. And by the way, you could disrupt an entire floor. You never have to worry about that at Elliot's apartment building.
Problem solved.
Everybody, and by the way, now I'm social. Everybody's going downstairs.
Hey, want to walk downstairs?
No, you put in like a great big bathroom down on the bottom floor. That's awesome. That would be smart. And I could tell every tenant, I guarantee you, you will never have a plumbing issue with your toilet. Well, gee, how can you tell me that, Super Elliot? Oh, we don't have them.
Not interested.
What? Sign me up. Sign me up. You still have a shower. You still have sinks. Just no toilet. I'm eliminating your problem. That would be smart. By the way, you know who else would be really smart to do it? Hotels.
Which means every time you have to pee, you're not going to walk down to your first level toilet. You're just going to go pee in the shower.
Well, you're an animal.
No, I'm saying you would do that.
No. I'll pee while I'm showering, but I'm not just going to pull my pants down and piss in the shower. What kind of animal do you think I am?
Wake up in the middle of the night, have to go. You're going to trek all the way downstairs. All right, say it happens, though. You had a lot of water before you went to bed.
Then, yeah, you go downstairs and you use the bathroom. If that's your normal, then what do you care? If that's your normal, you're fine.
Instead of just, like, shuffling into the bathroom.
Because you perceive that as the normal. But if the normal was, what are you going to do when the pipe breaks in the middle of the night?
Call a plumber.
Oh, in the middle of the night? What's that going to set you back?
A lot.
Yeah. You know what happens at my apartment building? Hey, pipe broke. Going back to bed. No problem, sir. I got you.
Don't care. It's 10 floors down.
And then we're on it. Where am I going, Kaylee? I'm telling you. It would be a bit of an inconvenience and an adjustment.
A bit.
Think of how much money you would save. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, yeah, this is me.
Yes, hi. Who is this?
This is Lindsay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Diane just spilled water. Diane just spilled water on the board.
Cap was on.
Oh, sorry. Yes, go ahead.
I actually know somebody that still does have an outhouse, and it's actually really common where I live.
Oh, where do you live?
I live in Spotsylvania, Virginia.
And it's common to have outhouses there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know quite a few people that still have it. Actually, the guy that I know that has the outhouse, he has no running water at all. He still, like, washes his clothes, you know, like old school washing his clothes.
Oh, in the creek with Hobie.
He like goes and he has like an outdoor spigot and gets that, but there's no running water in the house whatsoever. And my ex-husband's grandparents actually didn't even get toilets in their house until like 1991.
Really?
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they had outhouses. His grandmother didn't want. They had bathtubs. They had running water in the sink in the kitchen, and
right.
They had a bathtub, but no toilet. She didn't want it.
But what happened in 91?
Actually, my father-in-law, they moved into the house and they put toilets in there because my mother-in-law didn't want to use an outhouse.
Because it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, the dude that has just the spigot out in the yard.
Uh-huh.
So he's got to go out there and like pump the water.
Yeah, like he goes outside, turns on his spigot, and you know we see him it's usually on Sundays is wash day. He washes his clothes on Sundays, and he brings in water into the house. And like I said, it's an outhouse in the back. You can see it. It's an old wooden outhouse. And I always heard like you can't go and like build an outhouse now and use one, but if you have one that's still in use, then they can't say anything to you. But I know there's some kind of
I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe. No, I refuse to believe that if you wanted to build an outhouse that you couldn't have one. I could drop a porta potty in my yard and nobody would care. Nobody could say anything.
I know. I just always heard that around here, like that there's some kind of regulation that if I just wanted to say, hey, screw it, I don't want to have, you know, a toilet in my house anymore, but I'll just build an outhouse out back and dig a hole in the ground and use it. I mean, unless somebody comes and says something, you know, I don't know.
I mean, other than an HOA issue,
right? You
should be if you really wanted to, like, if you wanted to really like pinch pennies, you could. Why couldn't I put two porta potties in my driveway?
I mean, probably out where I live, you probably could do it because, like, nobody would come out there and check.
Forget out where you live. How about anywhere?
Why couldn't I? Don't you think sooner or later somebody would be like, that's disgusting. I bet
there's no way that's against the law.
I bet he needs a permit for that.
You
like,
don't
you
need
can't
a permit for that.
Perpetually have one there.
As long as you get it clean, what do you care? What would you care?
I mean, people do it when they're having construction done on houses all the time.
That's not against the law.
All the time, but it's only there for a finite amount of time.
Mine's there for a finite amount of time.
No, you said forever.
As long as I own the house. It's there for a finite amount of time. I don't know how long that is, but as long as I own the house, why couldn't you do that?
It's like the gutter helmet.
Or
whatever that is.
No, why couldn't you do that? I mean, if you have a homeowners association, I understand where they would be like, you can't do that.
Where did you guys write anything about contamination and disease? I don't see it in here.
By the way,
I'm building an outhouse.
You don't get disease from an outhouse.
It wouldn't help.
How would it not? I don't understand.
If it's not properly cared for. Listen, I understand that the outhouse.
Anything is properly cared
the
for
outhouse,
is dangerous.
When you look back in history, actually helped situations.
Thank you.
But then you're reverting back, going back to an outhouse from what we have now.
Not if you don't have a toilet. That's actually still moving forward.
Well, yes.
Yeah, see, so I don't look at it as reverting back. I look at it as advancing forward.
You said you were getting rid of toilets.
For the outhouse. That is reverting a little bit. Okay, in my
back.
case, that's reverting. In my case. But now I want to put outhouses in my driveway.
So not even porta potties. You're not even calling floaters.
A porta potty. Yeah.
So
that I
you're
want to
doing a
do.
porta potty.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is just a blue plastic outhouse.
They look fancier.
What's that?
The porta
outhouse?
potties, yeah.
No, outhouse you could build. You can make it nice. I mean, you're still building an enclosement.
If you're going to make it so nice, just put it inside.
No. You know what? Too expensive. Too expensive to put it inside. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 5? Hi, Elliot. In the morning.
Hi, is this me?
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Hi, this is Anna.
Yes, Anna.
So, totally random, but I live in St. Mary's, and the Amish, they don't have running water.
Some of them don't. That's true. But yeah, see, there you go. There's a whole population that.
Come on.
Wait,
that's what you're going to point to?
That's a whole population that's existed their entire life without it, and they have no complaints.
I gave you Alaska.
They have no complaints.
They don't like to complain.
They have no complaints.
They're appreciative of what they have.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. That's excellent. Thank you. Elliot needs an outhouse for his. Wait, you got to move my. For his buddy Paul. Oh, you know what?
Just for Thanksgiving.
You know what? I got to call Floaters and get a porta potty delivered. Everybody else is fine inside. Paul, outside. Outside you go. Let's see. Don't know what I hate more, the porta potties in Elliot's driveway or the laundry in Elliot's neighbor's driveway.
It'd be the new talk of the hood.
All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. It's Elliot in the morning.
Elliot in the morning.
Like a boxing match? Like for charity?
Fight Club.
No.
Fight Club.
No.
Can I show you some pictures? This is the new thing. Like, fight clubs exist, like that we've heard. Can I show you this? Look at these women. Female fight clubs.
So is it sexual?
No.
Oh.
Why would that be sexual? They're fighting each other.
What are they wearing?
Oh, just whatever you want. Like, she's got on, like, underpants and I don't know what that is. Some kind of, like, I don't know what you call that.
So they're not dressing up like Ronda Rousey. Like you're not like it's.
Some are, sure.
Oh, okay.
Some are. Oh, well, that's the whole thing. With the fight club, you fight in whatever you're comfortable in. So some people will fight in jeans and a T-shirt. Some women are fighting in just shorts and a T-shirt. Some women, by the way, are just fighting in shorts.
No bra?
No, nothing. Like nothing up top. But they were this article that I was reading talks about how they show up, they want to fight, and they'll just have at it. Now they want to say that the kind of the quick birthplace of of female fight clubs taken off.
Philly.
No, overseas. Although you know what, but they're starting to pop up in the U.S.
Yeah.
Of where, and by the way, packed, both with fighters and spectators who just want to go and watch people brawl. I don't get that part of it at all. I don't get really the whole fight club aspect of it, of me wanting to go fight.
No.
Because I feel like I would just get my ass kicked. But sitting and watching it take place would be nasty.
And so there's like an organizer there who like pairs people up and...
I guess. I mean, I figure it's probably like the Cat's Meow. When you guys went up on stage and sang, you probably sign up on a list, and then they go, all right, next up is Tyler and Kaylee, and here we go.
The same person can't fight for another hour. Can't sing the same song for an hour.
No, I mean, I don't know what the rules are. Could you ever go? Could you ever go and watch?
No, I would... It's hard to watch like a boxing match sometimes for me.
Oh, see, I like watching a boxing match. Watching a boxing match.
I didn't like watching, Ronda Rousey get her ass kicked.
Because you were pulling for Rousey?
No.
Well, first of all, you weren't even at the fight.
No,
I
Diane's
know.
the money team.
You weren't at the fight?
No, I'm just saying, watching the clips of it online is horrible.
Yeah, you bought it. Diane bought
it. No, but that's a little unfair. Because you knew that she lost, and the only thing that you're seeing is her getting hit in the face and then kicked in the head.
That's enough.
No, it's not. That's not the whole fight. You didn't see it from Holly Holm's side.
Okay.
You saw it only from the aspect of...
I don't know if watching a bunch of amateurs is going to make it that much more enjoyable.
For a lot of people, it is, though. For a lot of people, it is.
Like, let's see some raw talent.
Yeah, no, because it does. It gets away from all of the bull crap that surround... No, like all the...
training.
You just show up. You get into the... you get on the floor, whatever they have set up for you. Like the little pit area. And away you go.
Give me the people who don't know how to properly protect themselves.
Let's
have them fight.
Well, that's Fight Club.
That's awful.
That's people who show up at work with black eyes. Or a bump on the side of their head.
Oh, I ran into the door.
No, they go on. Don't kid yourself. They go on. Wasn't there just a big company in New York that got busted because like the Office was running a fight club? No, I'm being serious.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was like some big company that has like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. And they just ended up, I don't know if they got busted, but they just got found out that a bunch of the employees were running a fight club.
Was it a daycare?
No, that doesn't sound right.
Those have popped up
They were
before.
encouraging the kids to brawl. I don't know what story you're talking about.
No, there was, I want to say it was like one of those big firms. I can't think of any names of any of them.
Financial company?
Yeah. Where a bunch of the dudes, I don't think the company was endorsing it, but like a bunch of the dudes were like, hey, you know what? Let's go beat the crap out of each other.
All right.
And they'd meet up and they would go. So why can't the ladies in the office enjoy a little session and have at it?
Equal everything.
If Diane and Kaylee were going to fight, would you go watch it?
No.
I would. You wouldn't watch that?
Wearing big funny boxing gloves?
No.
Are they in sumo suits? Like, is it a bit?
And by the way, no. And by the way, not mad at each other. They're not angry with each other.
I feel like if you're in a fight club, once in the ring,
then you go.
You need to draw from something.
Yes.
You may not be angry with the person, but you're finding anger in you to just literally defend yourself.
Right. Well, or attack someone.
I have a very defensive style.
Yeah, but then afterwards, they're still friends. Like everything's fine.
Okay.
When it's all done, you shake hands, wipe a little blood off your lip, and then away you go.
Still friends. Thanks for knocking out my tooth.
See, but you're approaching it from the wrong perspective. You wanted to do this. And if it happened, it happened.
Right.
You're approaching it from well, look, that bitch just beat me up. No. You're approaching it from, we wanted to do this.
You said no nails.
You think you could take Kaylee? I'll
no,
answer
I'm not
for
a
you.
fighter.
No, you couldn't.
Well, now you're challenging me.
Fight Kaylee. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 1? Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Hi, this is Rin.
Hey, Rin, what's going on?
Okay, so my little sister and I actually used to do this.
Would you really?
Yeah, not in any kind of organized setting, but at some like we had a really, really rough upbringing.
Right.
And there was at some point when we were home alone that we both realized that we were both just so angry at life in general and so frustrated that we couldn't fight any of the people that we wanted to fight, and there was no real way to get out our aggression. So we went into the basement and we just made a safe word and started wailing on each other.
How many times did you guys do that?
At least 20. We actually started setting up a camera. And, we never showed the pictures to anybody. But there is actually, at some point, there came up questions of whether or not we were being physically abused at home.
Well, I was just going to say, how would you explain away all of the, just you guys beating the crap out of each other?
Well, we told the truth. That we were both really frustrated, and this is the only way we could find to get it out. And it would always end the same way, because it would always end with both of us being bruised, bloody, out of breath, and laughing hysterically. And at that point, we both knew we felt better.
I get that. You get tired quick.
Yeah, you get tired. But here's the thing, one of the things, I know your name, but I don't know the other man's name. But he said that he thinks he would just get beat up.
Right.
Now, the thing
Her
that
name
most
is
people
Diane.
who haven't been in a fight, your name is what? I'm sorry.
His name's Diane.
Diane, yes.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. The thing that most people who haven't been in a fight don't realize, but as a kid going through rough times, you realize pretty quickly that, you get just as much energy and endorphins released by losing a fight as you do by winning a fight.
I feel like my friends who lost fights always felt better when they won fights.
That's why Ronda Rousey was walking around with her coat over her head.
Yeah,
No.
I feel like they seemed happier.
I'm not saying you feel just as good, but what I'm saying is whatever that pent-up energy is,
right,
it's gone. I think it's the same reason people get into S&M and stuff like that.
Okay, that's a leap. No, maybe it's not. No, I definitely understand what you're saying, where there's still that release of energy in your body. I totally get that. But I would feel like the high of winning is probably better than the low of getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, but see, in a fight like that, now I see how in an organized setting, there's definitely an obvious winner and loser.
Right.
But if you're going at it with your friends, or with me and with my little sister, who I'm lucky enough is my friend.
Right.
It's like there wasn't always a clear winner. We just fought until we both felt better.
Right.
And in situations like that, it's just, it doesn't matter who's more beat up. You feel better afterwards. And there's always this little bit of residual guilt afterwards if you end up actually beating the tar out of your friend. Because there was one time that it went just a little too far, and I ended up really, really beating up my sister. Well, I mean, it was because, my dog accidentally came downstairs, and she got in the way, and my sister, I think, accidentally kicked the dog trying to move her out of the way.
No, you didn't. Hey,
And
let me ask you this.
what
was how old were you the last time that you guys fought?
The last time we fought, we were probably, we were 18 and 16.
There you go. There you go.
But she and I actually have discussed, as recently as last week, doing it again. Next time.
Thanksgiving.
And because now she's 23 and I'm 26.
Right. And so you guys did she seem like she was into it?
Oh yeah, she loves it. She lives in Las Vegas now.
Right.
And she has gotten in several fights.
Right.
Since with other girls on the strip and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
And
I'm not messing with her.
Yeah, I've gotten in a few fights up here, and I guess she and I they're not. Now we're not just going around picking fights.
When was your last fight up here?
My last fight up here was about, I'm not sure if I can really call it a fight. It was about 4 months ago. And there was a girl, like, I have male roommates.
Right.
And, one of them had over a girl, and she stole from us.
Oh.
And stole from me.
There you go.
And, then had the balls to show up the next day.
Right.
And it would have turned into a fight, because when she came into the house, I wasn't awake when she came in, and I basically let her know that there was going to be a cost for leaving.
Good God.
And, I let her know that it was either going to be in blood or hair. And
right.
She chose hair.
She chose hair. All right.
Cut off her hair.
You cut off her hair?
Yeah.
Jesus, woman.
She's hardcore.
Jesus,
I
woman.
felt like she needed to have a lesson learned about fighting the hands that feed her.
That's true.
So it was kind of like an old school biblical shaming.
Terms are great.
All right, very good. Hey, have a good Thanksgiving.
All right, you too.
You got it. Talk to you later.
Hey, Tyler, heard your daughter on the radio. We don't talk. That's my impression of future me. That's the other man. That's my character.
Let me do this. Kaylee, will you ask these people to hold? I got everybody on hold now. If you're on hold, don't go anywhere. Give me one quick break. I'll grab you next.
Elliot in the morning.
All right, let me get back into some phone calls. We go to line 7. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Pete from Baltimore.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
I never get to talk about fighting in my life because I'm at work in an environment that doesn't let me. So I want to tell you guys about how I got my second-degree black belt test, and it took 7 hours.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I don't understand what you mean, like you can't, because you're at work, you can't talk about fighting.
I won't name where I work, but nobody wants to talk about that stuff. It's a very tech environment. So everyone sits down, they do their typing, they do their work.
I gotcha.
Nobody talks about that.
But wait, so you wanted to tell me what?
So I used to do a lot of martial arts, and it was every day, 7 days a week, and we had our own fight club just because it was the right environment. But it wasn't just come to school and learn some kicks. We actually invited people in off the streets and did that sort of thing.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. You invited just like random people in off the street to fight?
Yeah. So we
to try out your, like, hey, I just learned this, so I'm going to bring somebody in off the street and try this out?
Yeah, they put a sign on the door. This was on Conklin Street in the city, and we would put a sign on the door that said, we just learned something, or we have a black belt test, or we got a guy who needs to practice. If you want to fight, come in between 7 and 9 o'clock.
See, but now, like, I've heard, like, black belt tests at, like real legitimate, whether it's karate or just martial arts studios, where you normally will end up having to fight, like, a couple of other black belts in order to, go through what has to be done. Like, I've heard of that. I've never really heard of them just putting a sign up on the door that says, hey, Jim's testing for his black belt. Just need strangers off the street, and then people
help needed.
and people just show up to help out.
Yeah, help out is the right word. Well, I'll cut the story short. It was a 7-hour test, and the first 6 hours were the exercises and the katas. And there was a lot of physical activity, and you were dead tired.
Right.
The 6th hour, we had people come in that were black belts. So the instructor did invite people in from other schools that were colleagues. But then there was that sign, that damn sign that invited 10 other people, and we had to fight each of them for a minute. And none of us could move. It was me and 3 other classmates, and we were dead. We practically just stood there for 10 minutes and got our faces caved in.
Wait, so did you end up getting the black belt or no?
Oh, my God, yes, I got the black belt. It was horrible. I got beat up. I looked horrible. But I broke someone's nose. I got my black belt. That guy had it coming. But
That guy had it coming. He did nothing wrong. He walked in off the street because there was a goddamn sign on the door.
Thought it was a desk job.
How about a thank you? That's what he had coming. It was a pat on the back and a thank you.
something like that. But yeah, you guys just made my day to work much better, and I'm going to secretly walk around saying, yeah, I broke some guy's nose.
Now, I think the worst I ever did when I was doing martial arts is I broke a dude's toes.
With?
Not even on purpose. My arm. Like just.
What, were you like blocking him and he kicked you?
Yeah, like he was kicking up and I blocked down and I broke his toe. You can hear him all crunch too.
Nasty.
Tyler, that should.
I bet he stubbed it on the way to fight you.
How is your
It's not healing.
Is it still black?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is there still that demarcation
Yes.
line? Is there
It's
really?
worse.
You
Yeah.
got to get that. Are you taping it?
No.
No, then you know what? It'll probably just heal on its own. You're fine. I wouldn't even worry about it.
What belt did you make it to?
What was it? What came after blue? It was karate. And the belts go in different colors depending on what you're in. Purple.
Is that high? I've never done karate.
Yeah. I mean, I felt good
What?
about it.
I'm more mixed martial arts. Is purple good?
I'm trying to remember if that's the right order. It's been forever.
Well, did your kids do karate? What'd they get to?
No, they did Taekwondo.
Oh.
Which was completely different. Although they don't do it anymore. I wish they did. It drives me crazy. Although one of the younger ones' friends just got his black belt. They invited a bunch of
younger ones' friends?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, 9-year-old just got a black belt. He's been doing it since he was 3. But the
3?
same thing. They hung a sign on the door. Bunch of dudes came in, just beat the crap out of them. By the way, would you ever walk into that dojo?
No, I don't know the first thing about karate.
You don't have to. That's the beauty.
Hi-ya.
That's the you don't. But that's the beauty. You don't have to know anything about karate. They're just looking for people to fight.
How is that a proof of any sort of knowledge of the art? Having someone who has zero have to face a couple
self-defense
kicks, some sweet chin music.
Self-defense. You're not every. So let's say you're armed with the knowledge of karate or taekwondo or any of them. If you get jumped on the street, the other guy isn't going to bow to you and then, get in the fighting stance. He's going to come after you. That's where you have to be able to use your knowledge against somebody who's just fighting.
So it's actually the purest test you can take.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The guy's toes I broke, he was in our class. So I knew he was going to try to kick or punch.
Well, not for a few weeks after you were done with him. But
No, you know what I mean? Like, that's coming.
I think we'll stick with dance.
It is kind of like a dance. Like a lot of the katas and stuff like that. That's
The
very
what? Katas?
Thank you. That's very fluid. Almost like a dance.
We have our first class on December 11th.
For is it jujitsu? Is it taekwondo? Is it karate?
Ballet and tap. That's not a joke.
No, that's awesome.
I can't wait.
That's awesome.
I volunteered to go. Stage mom. Stage dad. I want to be a mom. Stage dad.
No, one of the kids that my older one is friends with, he does like the Nutcracker every year. Like, he's heavy into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't care what anybody says. You think hockey's expensive?
Dance?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, no offense to Marley, but she's not dancing at this boy's
No, but
level.
I mean, she's also
Like,
they
this
have
boy's
like those
killing it.
traveling, the ones who go to competitions all the time. And so, no, we're not.
No, he's not. He's not doing competitions. He's doing shows. Like, this kid is killing it. What are you doing?
I'm knocking that happens.
Oh.
Here, this is from Elizabeth. Purple belt or sash. Purple. Well, I don't know. It's what it says.
Okay, that's fine.
Purple. See, this sounds familiar. Purple represents the changing sky of dawn.
Hi.
As once again. Okay, if you're gonna mock.
No, I'm listening. I'm not mocking.
Well, you went off on a dance tangent. I'm trying to get us back
fine.
to fighting.
I'm fine.
Let's see. A changing sky of dawn as once again the student undergoes a new change and prepares for the transition to advanced student. Oh, so were you still intermediate?
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
A purple belt begins to understand the meaning of the black belt.
No, we were getting drilled with all that ahead of time. By the way, did you have the sweet potatoes?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Phenomenal.
What's in there? That's fantastic.
Marshmallow.
I just keep putting my fork in there and eating them. Those are really
Your
good.
finger.
Those are fantastic.
Now you bear a worn belt. Donna worn one.
Where am I?
I in my head that was going to work better.
Line 6. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
So, when I grew up and I was in kindergarten, me and this kid across the street used to go up to the bus stop every morning before the bus got there and beat the crap out of each other. Then we became best friends. And then our neighborhood encouraged us to get together every single year to reminisce, and we'd get into a fight. They set up like a ring with hoses in the neighborhood. Everybody would cheer us on, and we'd beat the hell out of each other. And because I was shorter, he always beat me up until like the last one. He had eye surgery the year before. It was like 8th grade. Actually, like, hurt each other. And so we had to call it quits after that. He ended up being the best man at my wedding.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was. We're still best friends today.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you.
Thanks, man.
Good for
Have a
you.
good one.
That'll be your, if the dance doesn't work out, he's going to do neighborhood
The
fight
dance
class.
is going to work out. 2 tweets. Elliot, where were the assault charges levied against this dojo? Most martial arts are concerned with not fighting.
No, well, it's a defense. That's what you do. But part of it is you learn to spar. Part of it is you learn to defend yourself. But even when I'm defending myself... Oh, wait, is he talking about mine, or is he talking about the guy where they were just bringing people in off the street?
Yeah, the caller.
Oh, I don't know. That's not my dojo.
And then Matthew tweets, you see the Ronda Rousey sweet chin music meme? No.
Memes.
Sorry. Sweet chin music meme? Send it over. Come on, don't just tease me.
Memes.
The line 5. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Hey, I would love to do this. I just don't have that where it's a game. Like, if you hit me, it's going down. It's not.
Okay, all right.
Wrong attitude. Thanks for playing. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Like, I know we're there for fun and everything, but it's, you just hit me in the face. I mean, I'm not just going to be like, oh, ha, 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 laugh it off like that chicken or sister. You're getting pummeled.
Yeah, no. And you know what? But by the way, I get that. Because, like, I've had to have that conversation with my older one where you can't, like, jokingly pop somebody in the face or in the side of the head because there are people, I mean, that's a very...
They will go.
It's probably the majority of people where even just screwing around or playing around, if somebody pops you in the cheek, it is a very natural reaction to just haul back and punch someone.
Well, that is almost like an adrenaline rush. Like, it's, I guess it's like the whole fight or flight thing.
Right.
Like, I'm 6'2", 230. And
I could whip your ass.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've actually met you.
Oh, hey, you know what? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm under your car.
I mean, and it might also be like just an anger problem thing because I tried to pull, like, a couple months ago, a guy took my parking spot and I tried to pull him out of his car. So,
okay, no. Well, I don't know where we met, but hopefully it wasn't in a parking lot somewhere.
Yeah, it was a crowded room. It was lightly bright and everything. It was a crowded room. You're good to go.
All right, good. Thank God. All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, you got it, dude.
Happy
Talk to you.
Thanksgiving.
Hey, you do the same. Thank you. What is that from?
This is Kramer.
That's
That's your class.
That's my class.
And it ties together Jeremy's Facebook post that said, "This must be the feats of strength.
Oh.
When are we airing grievances?" I don't think Elliot has any.
All right, let me do this. Let me take a break. We'll come back. Diane's got some news. After that, I will give you your tickets to go see Grace Potter.
Elliot in the morning.
Get into some news, please.
19 people in at least 7 states now, including Virginia, have contracted E. coli. This is the outbreak that has been linked to chicken salad that people were buying at various Costco stores. Apparently, they said if you bought it at any Costco store in the United States, in any time recently, you're advised to throw it away, even if, you've had a little bit and nobody's gotten sick. Just toss it. It's not worth it.
Where was it from?
They said
Costco?
Costco's, yeah.
Oh, then I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But they said, at least 19 people. Some of them have gotten really sick. They said two
it's
people.
E. coli.
2 people, but this is a very deadly strain of E. coli. They said 2 people developing kidney failure after eating the chicken salad from Costco.
Ooh.
Go Ukrops, man. You cannot go wrong with that one. Their chicken salad is delicious. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals denying a death sentence appeal for convicted murderer Ricky Gray. This goes back to New Year's Day of 2006, the murders of the Harvey family, Brian and Catherine.
Yes.
Their 9-year-old daughter Stella and their 4-year-old daughter Ruby. They were stabbed.
This is the most terrifying story ever. This story sticks with me like crazy.
Yes. Remember, they were going to have people to come over for the holiday, and that is when Ricky Gray and another man, Ray Dandridge, entered their house.
Right. And killed the entire family.
Yes. So Gray sentenced to death, Dandridge sentenced to life in prison. So now that the appeal has been denied, they can move forth.
Good.
Setting an execution date for him.
Hey, by the way, I mean, as long as we're talking about garbage people, there's a little update. Do you remember this? The story goes back to July-ish. Lonzie Barton, the little boy in Jacksonville, who, remember the mom's boyfriend, Ebron, he had the kids, and mom was at work. It was late at night into like 3 o'clock in the morning. And remember, William Ebron, that's the dude's name. He had the kids, and his story was he had put both kids in the car, and they were going to go pick up mom at work, and then he excused himself to go back into the house where he did a couple lines of cocaine. While he was inside the house, the daughter came to the door and said that she was scared being out at 3 o'clock in the morning in the car, and then that's when Ebron says, when the daughter was out of the car, somebody came by and carjacked or stole the car with Lonzie inside, and they have no idea what happened. And then mom, when they first went and they talked to mom and said, hey, William Ebron did this, they were like, I don't even know who that is. And then video turned up of the car on somebody who was in the area, their home security system of Ebron's car going by. And then a couple moments later, the same surveillance camera, you see Ebron running back towards the house. Because they found his car a mile away from the house. Anyway, Lonzie Barton has never been found. And there were all the questions about mom and all the questions about Ebron and Ebron trying to save his ass. And then, like, at one point, I think somebody, I don't know if it was mom or Ebron, said, oh, well, Lonzie must have overdosed from drugs. Just some BS excuse. So anyway, Ebron and mom are both in jail, being held. And then mom got busted on, like, a drug charge after that.
Right.
Where she got busted for doing drugs. Lonzie Barton's mom is pregnant.
Okay.
She's 2 months pregnant now. So now they're going to look at her and go, so now it brings up a whole issue of questions. Number one, whose kid is it? Everybody thinks it's Ebron's. Why you're having another kid with that piece of garbage, I have no idea. Number two is she's going to go to jail. She is in jail. She's going to remain in jail. What do they do with the kid?
Did they give it to one of her family members?
No, I mean, give that kid a chance. Give that kid like a foster parent.
Well, yeah.
I mean, give the kid some foster hope.
I mean, but they can't just do that. They would have to.
I hope they do.
Have her agree to it, right?
She should be in jail.
I know, but they can't just.
And by the way,
have babies in jail.
Yeah, but the kid's father isn't going to be able to take care of the kid. Killed one.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And then and he's in jail himself. And then also, I think isn't there something legally about her being pregnant and taking drugs?
I mean, you would think they'd be able to get some abuse charges against her, yeah.
But apparently that was like the big bombshell. Like, oh, Lonzie's mom is pregnant. Laura, I think her name is. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, whoa. But still, Goes back to July. Never found. Nobody will talk. Nobody will say anything. Because Ebron's a piece of garbage. But if you even... And here's the part I don't get. If you're the mom, that dude, whether you think that somebody... If you buy his ridiculous story about the car, which nobody does, and everybody knows that he's in some way responsible, how do you have another kid with him?
Well, she's made some questionable decisions prior to that.
But that's not a wake-up call enough where you go like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to... Your kid is dead.
Right.
And he's the closest thing you have to being able to blame somebody. Your kid is dead. Most likely, if not at his hands, at his stupidity. Which I don't buy that part. How do you have another kid with him? How do you turn around and do that?
I wondered the same thing when I saw the headline yesterday as well. But it's not the first person
I know
in this situation.
I know. But that's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous to me. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
They said the metro stations in Brussels have reopened. The kids are back in school today as they were continuing.
Oh, so is that kind of like that lockdown that's over?
No, well, I mean, I think the most serious part is done, but they said troops will continue to patrol the streets. They are under a maximum security alert at least until next Monday. They've also put out an international arrest warrant for a man by the name of Mohamed Abrini, who was last seen with Salah Abdel Salam 2 days before the attacks happened in Paris. There was a 29-year-old man that it was determined was on bath salts when he was arrested in Crystal City the other day. He was all naked, screaming in a flower bed. They had to tase him, a couple of times before they were able to finally get him in custody.
I don't know where he works, but he's got to explain some horrible bruising on his face as well. He was slamming himself all over the police car. He was hiding out in the, like you said, like in those like big flower pots and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Well, bath salts.
Not sure where he works, but he was attending the 2015 International Drug Policy Reform Conference.
Oh.
Authorities were searching for whomever left a newborn baby with the umbilical cord still attached in the nativity scene at a New York City church. Police say a custodian at this church in Queens found the baby after coming back from lunch the other afternoon. The little baby wrapped up in towels and was right there laying in the manger at that church in Queens.
Yeah, like you said, heard the crying, got back from lunch and heard the crying and was like, that seems odd. And went over there, thank God.
It looks as though divorce proceedings for Jared Fogle and his wife Katie have all but been finalized. She will get $7 million from him.
And hide.
And I guess he's agreed to drop a petition to see his kids. Is that forever, or is that
my understanding is it's during the term of incarceration and then for a period afterwards?
Okay,
I believe that's what I read,
because she had asked for sole legal and physical custody of the kids back in September. So yeah. Godspeed.
I'll be in hiding now.
Yeah.
And I'll quickly go back to my maiden name.
Connecticut man who sued a hospital after losing a testicle after vasectomy surgery has been awarded $386,000.
That's it?
The 42-year-old man had his procedure done in 2013. 3 days, intense pain. He went to another hospital where they determined that the testicle had not been getting enough blood and was necrotic. They had to surgically remove it. Apparently, the doctor doing the first surgery...
And that's all you get is $386?
Yes. The doctor who did the initial surgery...
Let me ask you this. If that happens, what's a ball worth?
What's a ball worth?
Yeah.
More than that.
You agree, right?
Yes.
You're not taking 386. 3.86, maybe.
Billion?
No,
of course that's
no, $3 million. I would take $3 million.
386 sounds very, very low.
It does.
Yeah.
If somebody came forward right now and said, I'll give you $3 million, we're going to take off one of your testicles, take it.
Okay.
Take it. I'm done.
Apparently, the man still suffers from trauma and is required...
Phantom pains. I have all of that. I have all of... Shake the tree.
Extensive
Shake
therapy.
the tree.
Fun reading about all the people bitching online about those toys, Bunchums, where apparently it's like these little balls of Velcro that kids have been getting stuck in their hair. It's like a nightmare getting those things out of there.
Oh, I've never even heard of these things.
They're like these little colorful Velcro balls, but apparently kids are putting them in their hair, and it's taken hours to get the stuff out.
Just pull them out of your hair.
It's tangled.
Do you know what these things are?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of these things?
I saw the report, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
One commenter said, "Oh, this brings me back to when I worked at Walmart during the Zoom Zoom craze."
I know what my
those little hamsters on wheels, because people were getting those all stuck in their hair too.
I know what my bid is tomorrow at Thanksgiving.
What?
Hey, man, good to see you. Put a bunch of them. Am I saying it right? Bunch them. Right?
Mayonnaise. Football coming up for the Thanksgiving holiday. The Lions, the Eagles, and then the Panthers are in Dallas. Tomorrow night, the Packers will be hosting the Bears. Rams wide receiver Stedman Bailey still critical but stable at a Florida hospital after being shot in the head twice on the street in Miami. Browns announcing that Johnny Manziel won't be their starting quarterback moving forward. He is going to be replaced by Josh McCown. This all goes back to him being out drinking during the bye week. Broncos saying that Peyton Manning was not only going to be missing this weekend's game, but he'll be out the following weekend as well. He's going to be in a cast for at least a week and then start the next round of treatments for his different ailments. Also, Marshawn Lynch having surgery for an abdominal injury today. He'll be out for the next 4 to 5 weeks. The Capitals playing the Winnipeg Jets tonight at Verizon Center.
Yeah,
also,
so you get Winnipeg tonight, and then I believe Friday night is Stamkos and the Lightning are in town, if I'm not mistaken.
Big night for the Golden State Warriors last night. They are now 16-0 after beating the Lakers last night. And with that, they set the new NBA record for the best start to a season in NBA history. Wizards lost to the Pacers. That's a look at news and sports.
Can you remind her what a horticulturist is?
I work with plants.
Oh, then you know what? You can answer my question. Hold on 1 second. It's going to take me a moment. There's a... Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Is it a question about tulips?
No, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 sec. There is, I know what question I can ask. Here we go. No, that's a,
what?
Hold on. No, I pulled this out a while ago. Damn it. Hold on. Diane, talk to Susan Devine.
Susan, what exactly does your study of horticultural mean?
Never mind, I got it, Diane. I got it. Hey, can I ask you this? Does everybody, like, for example, how do I know if a tree in my yard is male or female?
Oh, I don't know. My forte is tropical.
How do I... You got to be kidding. You know how hard I worked to find this? How do I know if a tree in my front yard... Well, I don't understand what you mean that your expertise is tropical. They have trees in the tropics.
Well, true, but the tree in your yard is probably not tropical if it survives winter.
Well, no, duh. But how would I be able to tell a tree like a banana tree? How would I be able to tell if that's a male or a female?
I don't know. It's complicated.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's complicated?
Yes.
That's the horticulturist answer for, hey, Dick, I don't know. Just give me my tickets. That's all. I called to win a goddamn contest. That's it.
Yay. Well, yes, I'm really excited. I feel like I should buy a lottery ticket today. Maybe I'm very lucky.
You are. Hey, Sean.
I'm really having a hard time hearing you, but it's because I'm in traffic.
Right. I'm hearing you loud and clear, Doctor. All right. Hold tight 1 second for me. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay, thanks.
How does she not know?
She's tropical.
Did you know that trees could be male and female?
I don't think so. No.
I'm embarrassed. But I did pull... Kaylee, will you find me somebody that works with trees? Maybe a horticulturist? Feel like the only one that we would be able to find already doesn't know.
How do you get into that field? And
The
then how do you pick the tropics?
Well, that would make sense.
Well,
She
it seems so
sounded-
specific. She didn't know basic info.
No, she didn't know anything. What's that headline say?
One of Europe's oldest trees is changing its sex.
And this has tree experts baffled. Baffled.
So it's just evolving on its own?
I have no idea, because I didn't even know that trees could be male or female. And by the way, whoever penned the article takes a real dick approach, like, oh, everybody knows this. Did you know that trees are male or female?
Wasn't there pollen for trees with fruit?
Pollen. I don't know.
I mean,
not all trees bear fruit.
I'm no horticulturist.
Not all trees bear fruit?
Oh, I know.
So is that a male tree?
Well, I don't know for non-fruit-bearing trees.
What about for fruit-bearing trees?
What about low-hanging fruit trees? I don't know. It's Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
The ancient Scottish tree, the Fortingall yew.
Do what?
It says you would think after thousands of years on Earth, the Fortingall yew. Y-E-W. How are you pronouncing that? It's Jew with a Y.
Okay.
U. Y as in Friday.
Yep.
The Fortingall yew wouldn't be up for a major life change. Well, you're wrong. The ancient Scottish tree, estimated to be, by the way, 5,000 years old. 5,000 years old. And is among Europe's oldest living organisms, is changing sexes from male to female. Yews are typically meaning they are one sex or the other. Male trees have small cones that release clouds of pollen during breeding time, while female trees have bright red berries. But I don't understand how it's changing sexes. I didn't even know that you have sexes in trees.
It doesn't say?
Say again?
It doesn't say how it's changing sexes?
Oh, it starts... tree sex changes usually happen on a tree's crown or most of its above ground parts. No, but wouldn't like landscape dudes? They would know. Like my landscape guys would know a male from a female tree.
Yeah, I mean, the same guys that can
don't
come out
say
and...
yeah, you
no,
don't know.
No, I'm saying it, you think, because they have to know something about, especially for the ones that are like, oh, this one's looking like it's dying, and...
I can identify a dying tree, but I can't tell you if it's male or female. If it looks like it's rotting, it's dying.
Okay, but sometimes you can't tell by looking at it that it's only got maybe, a year left before it's going to come down on your house.
But you can tell me that you can tell by looking at a tree what it is?
No. That's what I'm saying. Those guys probably could.
Isn't that awesome, though? Don't you feel like you learned something today?
Well, I didn't know it could change sex.
Well, you also didn't know that trees are male or female.
Yes, I did. I told you that.
How do you know that?
The male trees have the pollen-producing parts.
And what do the female trees have?
Don't they have small fruit?
Little red berries.
Yeah.
And that's how they go.
If it's a berry-bearing tree.
Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 6. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Anthony.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, I'm a landscaper, so I'm not a horticulturist, but I did get a degree in the field. I guess the gist of it, there's two types of trees, depending on what type it is and what family.
Right.
It's called monoecious or dioecious, which it basically means is there's some trees that are male and female separately, but a lot of trees have those male and female parts on the same tree. So you're right when you're speaking about the pollen from the male.
Right.
Some trees actually have male and female parts. Some are separate. So,
what do most have? What do most have?
Most of them, for the most part, most have both parts around here. It changes, depending on where you go and things like that. But like you're talking about producing berries, the holly family, certain trees have both parts, and certain species of the hollies are separate and have two different. You have a male holly plant and a female holly.
Right.
But it really just depends on what tree you're looking at.
By the way, am I stupid for not knowing that there were male and female trees?
I don't think it crosses anyone's mind because most of them around here have both male and female parts. Like, you're talking about the berries, that's the fruit that gets produced. But acorns are the same thing. The little helicopters that fall off the maple trees, that's the same thing. That's the fruit that they're producing.
Right.
So they do cross-pollinate tree to tree, but a lot of them self-pollinate also.
So the tree just pollinates itself.
Yeah. If it has both male and female parts, it has the ability to do that.
Dude, that's something. So how's this one changing sexes?
I got no idea. That's why I guess everyone else is baffled too. Never heard of that.
And it's clearly not a both sexes tree. That it used to be a male tree, and now it's going to be a female tree.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It could just be some sort of mutation that happens. I mean, most of your plants that you get that people grow that looks cool for whatever reason, they're just a mutation that happened, and they started to grow it because it looked good, and they continue, just like breeding dogs, essentially. They find a characteristic, a trait that they find appealing, and they'll breed a dog the same way. Well, they do the same thing with plants. So it could just be a mutation that happened with it for whatever reason.
Right, but the thing's 5,000 years old.
Yeah, that's a pretty old tree. You're not finding anything out here that old.
No. How old was the governor?
Get 500 years out of a tree out here.
Sorry? No, I was asking Tyler. Remember the governor down in Florida? Remember it was close to Dan, and he wouldn't drive. He wouldn't drive a half a mile to go see it.
Was it called the governor?
Yeah, wasn't it called the governor? The old tree in Florida? Am I not remembering? The senator. Was it a senator or governor? It was one of those.
I think it was the senator.
Yeah, but it was the old tree.
Yeah.
Was it the senator? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was fire. But remember, that was right down the street from Dan, and he never went to go see it. How old was that tree?
The woman who set the fire was 26 years old. The tree, let's see. Where's the age? Do you see it?
No, I don't. I thought, I don't want to guess.
3,500 years.
Okay, 3,500 years old. Which, by the way, is still an infant compared to my 5,000-year-old Knocking Fall yew. And what'd you say around here? We're lucky if a tree is 500 years old?
Yeah, I'd say that's an older tree. I mean, there's some olders around here, but when you get into really mature forest, that's a pretty old tree around here.
Dude, 500 years. Can you imagine being in the same place for 500 years? Ugh, how boring. All right, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
All right, have a good one.
You got it, dude. Talk to you later. Where am I going? Line 7? Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, who's this?
This is common knowledge when you think about it, man. Think about back in your college days. There's pot plants, male and female. Males put off the seeds, females put off the bud. Females, female for a while, and then somebody grows a male somewhere close, and it pollinates itself.
I guess you never stop and think male, female. But you're right. You get the seeds and buds.
Once a female plant is pollinated by a male plant, it starts putting off more seeds. It becomes both sexes. It can grow bud and seed at the same time. That's how you get your seedy bud.
So always managed to get my hands on some of that. You know what? But it sounded cool when they would pop right in Cleat Dumpster's joints. So wait a minute. So then it would become male female.
Right.
So
right.
How is
you
this?
How is this? Bud growing and everything would be great, and then some guy a mile away would grow a male plant. His plant would turn male, and either the wind would blow the right way, or the butterfly, the bees, whatever would carry it. Whatever, it would be pollinated. Once it's pollinated, the female plant that had bud would start growing seed, and it becomes a male-female plant.
Right. So, but nobody's explaining to me how this one is going from being male to being female.
From going male to female?
Yeah.
I've heard of them going from female to male, but I don't know about from male to female.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I mean, think about a pot plant. You start off with a female plant.
But then it becomes both. Then it's both. It's not. It doesn't switch to the other.
Right.
Yeah, this one is
still grow bud, but it's going to grow seeds as well.
Right. That's where it's both.
Right, and that's what the other guy was saying. That different plants. The female plant puts off the berry or the fruit or the whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this one isn't becoming both. This one is going from one to the other. It's having a sex change.
Yeah.
Man, I learned so much on this show today. I've learned so much.
And that guy put it in terms you can understand.
100%. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
That's Steve.
Hey, Steve, what's going on, dude?
The only thing I have to add is that corn has male and female at the top, and the only thing I know is like when popcorn, there's a lot of it that people, strangely enough, people do actually grow their own popcorn. Some lady in Whole Foods told me this, and has and she was telling me about what she has to do to make her own popcorn and how she dusts off the pollen from the male top at the part and does it on her own on the rest of the corn. And then there's also on the Eastern Shore, they have parts where if there's too much pollen being produced, the corn will actually change itself as well.
Will it really?
To balance itself out.
No kidding. By the
I
way,
don't know that for a fact.
No, that's okay. The woman at Whole Foods told you. It's got to be somewhere close to true.
Yeah, you meet all kinds of interesting people there.
There you go. All right, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
Right, bye.
What was our favorite corn on the list from earlier this morning?
Loose.
All right, let me take a quick break. It's Elliot in the morning.
Elliot in the morning.
Out is go to week 4, Diane, of the NFL. Week 4 is what we're talking about. That will be the Jaguars taking on the Colts. That is set, right?
Okay.
So that part you follow.
That's at Wembley.
At Wembley Stadium. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the Indianapolis Colts will play week 4 at Wembley. You're trying to read ahead. That's done. That's set, right? Thank you. What are you reading? What are you reading?
The NFL's release.
Don't, because you won't be able to follow it. Trust me. Okay, so
sports are hard.
No, well, you just said that
Elliot's going to mansplain it to you. Don't worry.
You just said that you didn't understand it and that you zoned out. I'm going to make it very easy, but now you're neither listening 100% nor reading 100%.
Go ahead.
That's why I always tell you don't multitask, because then you're not doing anything correctly. Week 4, who's playing? No, I'm over here. I'm over here.
Colts and the Jaguars.
Right. Where?
Wembley.
Thank you. Let's go to week 8. Okay? Okay, why do you look lost?
I'm not.
Week 8.
Yeah.
Set. Stone. Pencil it in. Cincinnati Bengals, Washington Redskins. Right?
Yep.
Week 8. Who's playing week 4, Diane?
Jaguars and the Colts.
Bingo. Where are they playing?
Wembley.
Exactly. Week 8. Who's playing?
Redskins, Bengals. Also at Wembley.
Excellent. Those are set in stone. You could book a ticket now.
Okay.
That's set. Where are the Bengals from?
Cincinnati.
Excellent. Week 7. The Rams.
This is crazy.
The Rams are hosting either, follow me, the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Eagles, or the Giants. Whoever finishes in the same position that the Rams finish is who they will play.
Okay.
I feel like that okay is your neck effing me again.
No, I don't like that term.
No, do you understand what that means?
Yeah, where they place in the division. If the Rams place second in the division, if the Cowboys place second in the division, then they would play the Cowboys. Yes?
You went through all that and you end with a question?
I'm making sure that I answer
upspeak.
correctly.
No,
upspeak.
100.
Yes, that you're absolutely right.
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
Not at Wembley, though.
Where is it?
Twickenham.
I don't think any NFL teams played there.
No, this will be the first year at Twickenham. Who's the club that plays there?
It's rugby, I think.
Oh, okay.
And special events.
But yes, this is the first time that an NFL game is being played there.
Let's now focus in on what could potentially happen.
Here I'm coming. Let's just, for S's and giggles, Diane.
Okay.
Ask Diane who's playing week 4.
Oh, that's a good question. Who's playing week 4?
Colts, Jacksonville.
Very good. Who's playing week 8?
Redskins, Bengals. They're from Cincinnati.
Let's now assume that the Rams are playing the Redskins.
Okay.
What happens?
So the Redskins will have their games in England on this week 7 and week 8.
Back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
However, not back-to-back stadiums.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm telling you that.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know why you're like, okay. No, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one would be at Twickenham. and the other one would be at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Never before, I hope this is an accurate statement. Yeah, it is. I feel very confident. Never before has a team played back-to-back weeks in London.
Yeah, the formula for the second game, that's week 7, Diane.
Week 7 is, Diane, who's playing week 7?
Well, it's going to be...
Diane, I'm over here. Who's playing week 7?
It could be anybody in the NFC East against the Rams.
Excellent. Very good. Go ahead.
The formula for the second game means that the Rams, if they face Washington, would have the Redskins becoming the first team to play in consecutive weeks in London.
Dude.
And they still get their 8 home games.
Yeah, so these both count as road games for the Redskins. They both count as road games. So it does a couple of things. Number one, it puts your team out of the country for 2 weeks. And then, as is tradition, I'm assuming, although I don't know if it's laid out in there, but assuming that the Redskins, well, it doesn't matter. After your European game is when you get your bye.
Okay.
So they would go
so whatever would be week 9.
I'll start. They would go some other game, London, bye. So they would be they're still playing. You can still see them. Early too. That's nice.
9:30 start, right?
Well, depends.
Yeah.
Depends. Did they talk about in there if one of them's just going to be a streaming game?
A good question.
Because obviously they did that this year. I'm assuming that they'll do it again next year because it was a massive success.
I don't see it. This looks just more like
That's
the
just
actual schedule and not
schedule.
the
Yeah, don't worry about the
broadcasting.
details. We'll worry about the details later. If you're a fan, are you pissed about that? I mean, you still get your home games.
Yeah, you get your home games. I'm sure the players wouldn't be happy.
Why?
I'm sure a lot of them would be, the
at least you get
trip's exhausting,
but at least you get to stay.
Still, did you see how excited the Texans were to have off a day?
No, but I mean,
this sucks. This sucks if you're a player.
I feel like it sucks worse to just go and come back.
It all sucks. But
Even though you come back to your bye.
Yeah, this is awful.
But at least you're going over there and you're staying for a bit. You're heading over there and you're staying for a bit. And by the way, if you're having a crap year, at least you're away from everything. No, I'm being serious. At least you're away.
Have your family travel over, do a little sightseeing.
But as a fan, why would this piss you off? Like if you were a fan,
because it's just not. And I get you still get the home game.
Yeah, so I mean you're not missing out on that awesome game day experience that is FedEx Field.
Yeah, but you've played those other stadiums before. There's still some comfort with away stadiums.
Yeah, no, and I guess, although, why couldn't you like turn that, if you're a fan, why couldn't you turn that into a trip?
Oh, you certainly could do that, but
Let's
it's
go
not
Sunday,
like that's cheap.
Let's go Sunday to Monday. I'll stay with the team.
This isn't training camp in Richmond.
Hold tight. Sorry, I had such a bat in the cave that was flying around. It was like, give me a headache. Whoops, I fell my shirt. Okay. Where am I going, Kaylee? Kaylee, let's pretend this was the Steelers. You wouldn't like it? Why? Why don't you like the London games? You don't want to grow the sport?
USA.
Wait, because of the travel? By the way, it's probably, if not closer, the same distance if they fly to play San Francisco or they fly to play Seattle. So, what big deal, the travel? I mean, other than you got to pack like the special toilet paper that's 2-ply instead of the breakaway toilet paper. But I mean, you're shipping all your gear over. It's no different, other than like things are obviously different in London than they are in San Francisco, but travel's the same. They get there in enough time to take care of jet lag. You just don't like it. You just don't like that it leaves the country? Are you down on the idea of going to Mexico City? You just don't like any of it. Anything that's outside of Pittsburgh, you don't want them to go to. But you know what I mean? Like that, the travel's always been brought up. But like, look what the Jets did. Check and see if the Jets won or lost this year. But the no, they won because they made a big deal about the toilet paper. But they brought all of the what you call it? They brought sleep specialists in to get the guys on schedule. Do you want to grow the sport or not? Listen, football is at a position where they need to grow that sport as much as possible. Look how it's hurting. Where am I going, Kaylee?
I wonder what the percentage is, though, of like people who are like Kaylee, like don't like it at all. Or I'm sure there's a lot of people who'd be excited about it.
Does Scott? I mean, Scott's a diehard NFL guy.
He got up and streamed. He got up and watched.
But does he hate them doing it?
His team's about to play over there.
Oh, will he be pissed that the Redskins are going over for maybe two?
He kind of rolls their eyes a lot at them anyway. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's because they're going through a bad stretch of a
forever
better part of 2 decades.
Yeah.
I mean, I like football. I don't love football. It's not hockey. It's not baseball.
But to him,
yeah, no, for him it's hockey. But that's what I mean. Like, just the idea of them taking it elsewhere. My sport already crosses 2 countries. What's a third?
Yeah.
Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 2? Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Hey, what's going on, Elliot?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much. As a football lover, it's great because it gets football out there, and I love football to be like football. You know, everybody watches it all over the world.
Right, it's the international sport.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it does. It does help grow the sport.
As a fantasy fan, it's the worst. The games are at 9:30. I mean, ideally, as a fantasy player in fantasy football, you want everything at 1 o'clock. So then, if a player gets injured, you can put somebody in. But at 9:30 in the morning, that's too early. And it's a different country. They play different. Everything's different. Nobody plays good in Denver because it's high up in the air. The altitude is ridiculous.
Okay, but listen, it's
things
still...
things like that. As a fantasy fan, I hate it.
I mean, I get the whole, like, if it's a game-time decision and you're potentially burning a roster spot at, early in the morning versus early in the afternoon. Like, I get all of that from a fantasy standpoint.
But from a football standpoint, I mean, it's great. Other than the fantasy, it's great. I don't think there's anything wrong with Redskins playing. And I'm a Skins fan. 2 games in a row in England, cool.
No, that's what I was going to say. Are you a Redskins dude?
Yeah.
And so the fact that the Skins would be gone for 2 weeks in a row and then they're bye, that doesn't bother you?
No. I mean, turns out I'd like to go to one of those games, and I could have if it was in D.C., yeah, it might be a little salty, but that's it.
Yeah, but you're not going to those games anyway.
No.
You're not going. We got a better chance of going. We'll call Mervis.
I'm not going to go see his place Cincy. He's definitely anywhere.
I gotcha. All right, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
No problem, man.
You got it, dude. We'll talk to you later. Line 1. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Yo, what's up, Elliot?
Hey, who's this?
This is Chase.
Hey, what's up, Chase?
Not much, man. I work all the time, and I've got a kid at home, so I've been out of football for a while now. But I guess my thing is, this is the first time I actually even hearing about they're going over to London. I've been out of the loop, but
you've been way out of the loop. They've been going to London for years.
Have they really?
Yeah.
Well, that shows you how far the freaking loop I am.
Oh yeah, no, they've been going to London for years.
Really? Okay. Because I wasn't sure if this was something new that was going on or what. Because, but it's, you know what, man? With all this crap that's going on with just the world nowadays and what was going on in Paris and all this stuff, I don't know, man. For some reason, it just makes me more nerve-wracked about sending our people over there.
You know what's weird? Like that never. I'll be real honest with you. I mean, I'm believe me, that is a very valid point. Never crossed my mind.
And I guess you know what I mean. And I guess in a way, you kind of like being an American and watching sports and being kind of homegrown or whatever. You kind of want to say like, screw it. Let's put our foot down. Let's face it first. Let's go and and put up with it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. It just seems to me that we need more positive.
This is positive. This is positive.
I guess it is. I guess it is. No, you're right. It is. I don't know. For some reason, it's weird to me. I don't know why. I guess the person.
Well, also, this is you're just being hit with this breaking news that the NFL is going to host a couple of games overseas. You haven't had the years to digest it that the rest of us have.
Yeah, that's true. 100% true, man. I don't know. I guess it seems strange to me. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but I mean, honestly, it's been going on a while. Now, I will tell you this. Like, I don't like when the NHL plays exhibition games.
Oh.
No. But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I don't like the exhibition games.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because not every team travels over, and then they've done it where they open the season over there. But I don't like the exhibition games because I don't like it from the standpoint of you're not competing against other NHL teams. That part I don't like. So the NHL will go over and they'll play against like teams from that area.
Yeah.
That part I don't like because you got guys that are trying to, first of all, you got guys that need to be at the rink for training every day. You got guys that need to be at the rink just to try to make the team, to see where they're going to be. And then they go out on the ice. And listen, preseason hockey, preseason baseball, preseason football, nobody's a real fan of the preseason anyway. Hockey probably has the most important preseason. But to put them all over there and have them compete against guys that aren't NHL caliber guys, that part I don't like. And you're talking about undue travel on these guys, and they're already playing 82 games a year. That part I don't like. And it's America's sport with a little up north.
Okay.
The back-to-back thing, though, is weird. That's bizarre. And by the way, you know it's going to happen. You know.
Just because it will.
Just any other team, if it were like, oh, you know what, the Seahawks have a chance to play back-to-back weeks, it would never happen. Never happen. Not because of the league. It just wouldn't work out that way. Like, the rule is the rule. But it would never work out that way. That kind of luck never falls to anybody else. You know who gets that lucky? The Redskins. And of course it's the Rams.
As they run.
Who's playing?
It's the Eagles.
What place are the Rams in right now?
Third.
Right now it's the Eagles?
Yeah.
Ooh, Skin's got to win out. Skin's got to win out. Oh, you don't want that problem? You don't want that problem at all. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Last game of the season. I don't know who the Redskins are playing last game of the season. If you win, back-to-back games in London. If you lose, only one weekend.
Yeah, but there's also draft implications. You can't just pretend like there's no other factors.
In my argument, there are no other factors.
Which one prevents us from doing 2 weeks overseas?
Do you tank the game to not have to spend
Hell
2 weeks?
Yeah.
All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. Diane's got some dirt next.
Elliot in the morning.
Great treasure he is. Diane got her hair collared again and then ended up like that.
Colored?
That's what I said.
College.
Dyed, sorry.
Yeah.
Hair dyed. Yeah, here's the before. But you know what they said was weird with this woman? By the way, she looks like an alien. Look at her eye. Remember, you didn't have like the whole eye thing when you did yours. Yours just looked like they threw tomatoes and ketchup in your face.
No, that was like extreme swelling. For me.
For you?
Yeah.
No, this is extreme swelling.
My neck in the back swelled up so badly I could barely bend my head back.
Is this the first we've heard that? I don't know that we knew that the neck was that bad.
Yeah, I don't recall that.
No. I mean, I remember seeing the face.
And this was the neck thing was the most recent time, like a couple of months ago.
Okay, Diana's keeping secrets
No,
again.
I didn't. I did not at all. I talked about it because I said I had to go to urgent care and get steroids.
Did she tell us what it was from? She said it was from coloring her hair again?
Ooh, coloring hair, not of perfect memory now, do we?
I must have zoned out. Did you do it during dirt?
No.
You know I like to sleep during dirt. All right, go ahead.
So I get to try henna. It's my next thing. Floyd Mayweather said to be spending $1,000 per person for all of the people that he is going to be hosting for his Thanksgiving feast. And you know if it's him, he's got this chef coming in, and it's far beyond.
Hey, we have a chef coming in, and it ain't $1,000 a person.
The 4 25-pound turkeys for the 50 people or so that he's going to be feeding.
He's doing $1,000 a person.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
He's got 50 people to feed.
Who cares?
Among the other items that he's going to be serving, besides the usuals, tilapia, salmon, smothered oxtails, His collard greens will have a smoked turkey flavor to them.
Oh, no kidding.
That sounds good. Okra, Creole turkey gravy. Again, 50 people. Special chef.
That sounds
coming in
good, though.
For
That sounds good.
All of his friends and family coming in tomorrow.
Hey, you know who I just read an article about? Remember when we were in New Orleans and we went to Little Dizzy's?
Yes.
How awesome that place was.
Uh-huh.
I just read a whole article on the chef there. I don't remember her name. The
Rosalind.
Rosalind, that's it. Thank you. But talking about like her Thanksgiving she's got like 9 sisters, 3 brothers. Like it is massive, and I bet it is goddamn good. Whew.
Bindi Irwin was the winner on Dancing with the Stars last night.
DVR.
Beating out Nick Carter and Alec Scarlato. So that means Derek Huff wins. I believe that is his 6th Mirrorball.
Well, I hope they recognize that at the wedding.
Yes, they will. By the way, Len is going to be coming back for the next season.
Oh, I thought he was done with the show.
He was for this season. That's why they had a bunch of guest judges who came in. But he is going to be back next season, which will be coming up in March.
2 weeks
of next year.
I feel like it starts in 2 weeks.
Evan McKeel, sadly, eliminated.
Yeah, the Richmond dude has gone from The Voice.
From The Voice last night. Beside football.
By the way, did you see Gavin's new nanny?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a jump getting from The Voice to Gavin, but Gwen does The Voice.
There you go.
And is banging Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen, of course, used to be married to Gavin. Just letting you know how the mind works.
Right.
She may be 1,000 years old, and honestly, it looks like ugly old grandma.
Well, there's more than one.
The one that I keep seeing is like
I know
ugly
who
old
you're talking
grandma
about.
with the big dowager's hump.
Yeah.
And a massive mole on her face.
There is more than just football and parades on tomorrow. John O'Hurley hosting the National Dog Show at noon.
Right.
Guest commentators Tara Lipinski and Johnny Weir.
Oh, excellent.
That'll be good. You also get a bunch of different marathons that are going on.
All right, just give me the marathon. I don't need like run times and start times. Just give me what marathons.
Godfather on AMC.
Right. All 3.
Yes.
You can watch 2 and then be done.
Star Trek Next Generation on BBC America.
What's the one that Voyager is the one we don't like?
You hate Voyager.
Yeah, we're boycotting Voyager.
James Bond marathons on Sci-Fi, and for Tom Petty fans, Palladia all day tomorrow.
That's good.
Is a bunch of different Petty shows. Creed, the bigger movie that's coming out this weekend, The Good Dinosaurs, new
By
Victor
the way,
Frankenstein.
Great reviews for Creed. I'm not even just making that up. The reviews for Creed are fantastic.
Michael B. Jordan saying that he definitely put in the work to make sure he looked the part. He said he basically stripped his whole diet down. Grilled chicken, brown rice, broccoli, a lot of water, 2 to 3 workouts a day,
right.
6 days a week.
Yeah, I would do that. If I was going to be in Creed, I would do that.
That was over 10 months in order for him.
A long time.
In order for him to get in shape.
A long time.
Opening up Friday in very limited release, a new Janis Joplin documentary.
Oh, I may have to check that out.
Little Girl Blue. Sounds like there's quite a few sad parts to it, though.
Yeah, her life was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Her life was not
But
all
going
fun.
back to like when she was, a kid.
A kid in Texas, sure.
Yeah, and how she was kind of like,
I can't see it.
Bullied in school, that kind of thing.
Long weekend, hockey tournament.
Kevin Bacon starred in the original Tremors back in 1990, and now that there is a new series in the works, he will return as his character, Val. The soap world is mourning the death of David Canary, the Emmy Award winner who was on All My Children, has passed of natural causes at the age of 77.
Is that your story?
No, but that was my mom's story.
No.
He played Adam and Stuart, twins. Adam was Kelly Ripa's father.
Father? Wait, this guy was.
He's one of those guys you recognize.
Not in real life.
Oh, the character.
No, he was Haley's dad.
Okay.
He was on forever. He's on since I remember my mom watching the show, which obviously is the 80s.
84 through 2011, and then again in 2013.
So he would have been there during Geller's days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember him.
Well, he played twins.
Oh, you know what? I may have recognized the brother.
Remember, Stuart was like the really nice, goofy one, and Adam was a dick. Adam. R.I.P.
It appears that there is more than one sex tape that they could be using to try to blackmail Charlie Sheen.
I saw 5.
Yeah. They said at least 5. 5 may be on the low
5
end.
that he's trying to cover up?
Yes. That would include a 3-way with Brooke Mueller when I guess
That's his wife.
When they were
or was
married.
his wife.
When they were married. So it was him, Brooke, and another guy.
Right.
So they're just saying how
whatever, that's fine.
There's at least 5 of them. So
He's
who
spending
knows?
money like crazy. He's broke.
You mentioned earlier you saw the new trailer for Captain America: Civil War. They debuted
Which
it
is
on
fantastic.
Kimmel last night. Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. came out to debut that. They co-star with Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, Scarlett Johansson, everybody else. That movie will be out May of 2016. Tom Cruise may be in a new version of The Mummy and maybe turning it into a franchise. No plot details released just yet, but it looks as though the movie is set to be released in March of 2017, so he'll be the new Brendan Fraser.
Fraser, that's right.
Yep. Demi Moore said to be spending a lot of money for acupuncture for one of her dogs, Chihuahua, that she has named Vita Blue. It is not cheap.
I was just reading all about Vita Blue last night.
I think it's different. I don't know if she named him for the player. Baseball.
There you go.
Yes.
Very good, Diane.
$715 per session to have this acupuncturist come out and work on her dog. She does that twice a week. She is people are like, there's nothing wrong with the dog, but she is very into holistic practices, things like that.
Serena's dog just died.
I know, that was sad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Also, there is a word about a new Guns N' Roses slot machine that's going to be debuting sometime in January. One commenter thought it was funny to say, "Oh, so the slot machine's the reunion." and people were happy to see the latest exit of a Jeopardy contestant.
What's this chick's name?
Here's Laura Ashby from Marietta, Georgia. Some people found her voice annoying.
Laura.
Who is Catwoman?
You are right.
Character 1200.
Laura.
Who's Andy?
Andy is right, yes.
UV 400.
Laura.
What is Nouveau?
Correct.
UV 800. What is Duvet?
Duvet, yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Diane. One quick break. We'll wrap everything up next.
Elliot in the morning.
All right. This is a Thanksgiving song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Oh, I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it, but I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like, all I hear is clapping. Here we go. Thanks anyways. Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey lurkey do and turkey lurkey dap. I eat that turkey, then I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD. Oh, white meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teagues poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey for the girls and turkey for the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Oh, I love turkey on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
This is a message from the Emergency Alert System.
This is the Maryland Emergency Management Agency with the coordinated test of the Emergency Alert System. Broadcasters are testing equipment used to warn you during an emergency. This concludes the test of the Emergency Alert System.
We got to get out of here. Thanks again to our friends at Carmine's for coming in today. Excellent food as always. Of course, they are located in Penn Corner, just a block away from Verizon Center in the district. Tomorrow, Carmine's will be cooking up a family-sized dinner for Thanksgiving. 18 pounds of turkey, sausage, sage stuffing, homemade cranberry sauce, Brussels sprouts, string beans, baby carrots, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and your choice of apple, pumpkin, or pecan pie. That'll serve 8 people. It's less than $30 a head. Pick it up tomorrow morning, starting at 10 o'clock. Go to carminesnyc.com, or you can call them in Washington, D.C., 202-737-7770. So again, thank you very much to Carmine's D.C. for coming in today. All right, so we're off tomorrow. We're off on Friday. We will be back Monday. When we get back Monday, that'll be the lead-up to Elliot in the Morning's holiday concert. So obviously we will have tickets for you. That is to go see Fall Out Boy, AWOL Nation, New Politics, Bastille, and the Struts. So when we get back, we will have those. Keep in mind, if you need information on anything, keep up to date with everything, Facebook.com/EITM online. Everybody have yourself a good, safe Thanksgiving. We'll see everybody back here on Monday. And see us home.
The day is closed. Another day. It's gone from us. It's gone away. It'll be back tomorrow, though. We'll celebrate. Ho, ho, ho.